Well, hello everybody. And now Triple T gonna pop up in the back like he's wanted. What the hell are you doing?
We're here.
Yeah,
Bye.
we're bye.
Hi, bye.
That
Almost
means
hit the wrong button.
you
Almost
better
hit the
not.
wrong button.
It's called Leave Studio. All right. Well, let's say our hellos, shall we? We've got Jasmine, Shorty, Dustin Green, Menace, Denise, Libby, BC, Fireman, Sam Squatch, Eddie, Solitaire, Triple T, 90s, Cocaine Joe, Amanda, Ghost, Meg, Savannah, Bree. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. It's good to see everybody this lovely evening.
Has your weather been great after all these bad storms?
Um, yesterday was kind of a little bad, but today it's nice, but it's hot as crap out there.
Yeah, we're at 99.
Oh,
So the dogs won't go outside or anything like that until the evening. And Tim was going to mow the grass. I'm like, are you kidding? He'll be gone for the concert with Outlaw Nation on Friday. And I'm like, there's no way you're going to mow the grass now and then come. You need to mow it like Tuesday or Wednesday before you leave so that it's good for the weekend.
yeah,
So me and the baby don't walk around and, have all that grass.
yeah. Well, we've been having trouble with snakes this year. I think I told you that before here. What was it? I think last week or something.
Yep.
We've been having issues with those this year.
They're being flooded out the
Hmm.
ground.
Yeah, some weird ones too.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows our first half hour, we always have a topic. This is a makeup from Wednesday because they had swapped up my doctor's appointment. Well, today we decided we're going to do something new. This is going to be a full off the hip. So the chat always determines what we talk about.
Hmm.
So we're going to let the chat guide us into our conversation because we have a topic, but that's for Wednesday's show.
Yes.
So whatever you
Y'all,
guys lead us.
y'all always lead us in some very interesting um, directions,
I
I should say.
don't know. Yes. Let's see, it's been food,
Hmm.
farts by our females in the chat, mind you.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't mind. I took the blame. I was the one ridiculed on that one, but it's
Ah,
okay.
eh,
I'm strong enough to carry that hit.
right.
Of course, somebody's very first comment was sex from
Yeah.
Maria.
Oh, yeah.
And
Hey,
Bree's like
Victoria.
horn dogs.
Hey, Meg. Hey, Menace, Buddy.
Well,
Maria. Yeah.
sex is easy. Easy. You either like it or you don't like it. I
Mm.
like it. How about you, Maka?
Heck yeah. Who doesn't? I mean, come on.
Well, Tim told a lie the other day. Well, I don't know. I think it's close. He said there's only two things that he likes to do: F and fight. And
Oh,
he'd rather fight. But I have to say, I'd rather him fight first too, because then the sex is even better.
hmm.
Because he's all pumped up, you
Yep.
know, and then it's
Angry.
just like, yeah, it's that hard pounding anger sex. So
Yep.
yeah, I agree with him. Go ahead and fight first, baby.
Right. Get as mad as you like.
Yeah. Okay, I'm joining y'all next weekend. Well, maybe I want to, but just got to see what this week brings. All right. I'll be here with the
Awesome.
grandbaby, so I won't be up at the concert, but Tim will be. And Tim forgot, but we still have the channel giveaway for two more tickets for the 4th of July weekend. He's
Oh,
got to go ahead. Hey, MOL. He's got to go ahead and, well, I did tell you, Maria, we do have to get that giveaway given away. There you go. Look at all how many people in the
see?
chat like angry sex?
Right. Exactly. Hey, MOL, it's a long time no see. I hope you're doing fine.
He's got Meg on Tuesday.
I saw that.
I just don't know. I don't. It's all the time. I'm trying to remember because Sisters is Tuesday, so I don't think it's gonna. I think his is earlier than Sisters. So
I think so. Let me look here. Believe that it is. I think it's earlier in the day, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so too. And even as I'm working during those hours, I will stop and make a pop in to support him and my sister.
Yeah. That's usually how I do. Like, I'll go in, and if I'm not chatting, I'm at least listening. And then when I get a chance, I'll, pop in and say hi.
Okay. Hey, Dragon, it's at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7
Hey,
Central. So
okay.
that should be doable because we don't do ours till 9:30. Hey, Red, I don't care how much Red they're seeing because you know what? I get just cowboy style, cowgirl style. That way they're pinned to the bottom. And while they're bucking, you know what? It's all gravy. Yeah, I watched from the Bush is motivated when you had Sasquatch on there. I saw it.
No.
Or no, leg day. I'm sorry, it was leg day.
Oh, yeah, leg day. Yeah.
And that was his first one. Glad you feel that way. My man's stopping in to pop in, be back in if you whoa. Well, all
Oh,
righty. I
oh
guess he's
my.
a little pissed off. So she's like, let me pop out here. If it only takes a minute, then he's not angry enough. That's just like barely broke a sweat.
Speaking of that, I see that 90s said Menace is a cowboy. Did you hear his song? Did you see his live last night?
I
His
was in
cowboy
and
song?
out.
He has a cowboy song you need to check out. It's funny.
Oh God, he
It's a
wants to
good one.
be. What's he trying to say? He's a cowboy, save a horse and ride a cowboy. He's a worm. We know he's a wiggle worm. He's like a slinky.
Hey, Roland.
Hey, Roland, how you doing? Roland, I am jonesing for a can of hairspray now. This moose just ain't holding all this Marge Simpson hairdo up. I
Oh,
need me a can of hairspray.
it's hard to
I
find good hairspray anymore, really.
It is. I can't find the Aquanet anywhere. So, but I do the mousse. But the problem with the mousse, it leaves your hair like the next day. It's
Uh,
so dry. It dries
mm,
your hair out, and then it's like when if it gets damp, you know how it gets all like hard.
uh-huh.
Where hairspray, you could just brush it out.
Yeah.
It hurts for a minute when you got that Aquanet, extra hold.
Yeah.
You'll be crying tears while you're trying to hold your hair in chunks while you're brushing out that hairspray.
Aquanet, I'm telling you, it wouldn't budge for nothing. It's like
No.
you could hit anything. I wish they never got rid of it. Hey,
Hey,
Savannah.
hey, Rich. Well,
Hey,
get
Rich.
this. Hey, Phil. Um, Mama Payday showed me. She sent me a picture. She could still get it.
Really?
Yeah. I said, where is she? There's some store up there that she gets hers from. And I'm like, I bet if we, you know what? I bet if we Google it on Amazon, they would have it. Hey, Brookie,
Hey, Brookie.
the Aussie hairspray. Hey, Blue. I
Hey,
don't know. I'm
Blue.
just, that
Hey,
Aquanet,
MMC.
you would put that hairspray on and you could go the whole 8 hours in school, plus
Mm-hmm.
the bus ride to and from school, and your hair didn't move. Now,
No.
you can buy it on Amazon. All right, Bree.
Oh,
The bad thing is if it's raining outside and you walk outside, your hair comes like glue.
yeah.
That hairspray is like glue.
Yes.
It'll smash to your head, it'll flatten, and you ain't getting that stuff for the rest of the morning or the rest of the day at school or work. Your hair is stuck like glue to however the rain kind of deflated it like a balloon.
Yeah.
I have never heard of the sexy hair. Meg just called it, and so did Shorty.
Uh,
Sexy hair.
yeah, sexy hair.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't for me like it my hair where it's so like it doesn't hold stuff very well. It doesn't like sit in my hair like I like it to
Okay.
do.
Hey,
But
Rock
I
On.
mean,
Hey,
everybody
Ashley.
likes it. Hey, Rock On.
See, I've never tried it. Most of the time, I just leave mine natural. I have that
Mhm.
InStyler roller
Yeah,
that has like the brush and the roller at the same time.
yeah,
And I just do my bangs and leave the back of my hair to do whatever it wants to do with that natural curl. Just do what you want to do
yeah.
and just worry about the bangs. But it's only like if I'm going out, so I don't need much gel or mousse or anything or hairspray. I just curl it and leave it. So that's
All
why
right.
even when I'm live and I can flip my hair and run my fingers, I don't. But
Oh,
when I go to my rock concerts, my hair's upside down. I'm spraying that hairspray upside down, shaking it back up, using the hair dryer, doing some more
oh yeah.
hairspray. That's a joke for my number one stan in the back.
Right. Bricky. Yeah, I've heard that both of those are really good.
Sperm is good for the now. See, for me, I've noticed all that does is leave my hair sticky. Like, what about Mary? It gets in your hair. Yeah, it's like peanut butter or bubble gum. you just,
Bubblegum. Yeah.
yeah, you need some peanut butter to get that sticky stuff out.
Yes. Uh,
I never learned how to tease my hair. I've always, being Maltese, my hair's always been thick, so I've never had to tease it. Just
mm,
upside down, dry it, upside down, flip it. You know,
yeah.
man, look at these guys knowing what hairspray's best.
Damn.
You know what they're doing is they're gelling their beards and then they're taking the hairspray and spraying their beards and
Uh-huh.
their chest hair, their back hair. We know that's why Roland took on my hairspray.
Right. He had to style his beard.
He had to style his beard, his chest hair, his belly button hair, his leg hair. You know, his back hair was braided and he wanted it to hold for a while.
That's I tried to get my man to use beard oil
Yeah.
and he won't use anything. I cannot get him to use any products on his beard.
Wow.
He says it's too girly. I'm like, it is not too girly.
Tim uses that axe for hair. It's like a
No,
hair wax for men.
no,
That's what he likes. He's really into that. So now look,
yes,
they took us into hairspray.
no.
Out of all the stuff, they took us into hairspray today.
Oh, Rich, yes, hairspray and a lighter
Oh,
or a
yes.
flamethrower. Did you ever has anybody ever done it in a mailbox?
No. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you are
When I was
bad.
yeah, I
What
mean,
did it do?
it it's freaking wild. Like you spray it in there and then light it up and the flames like fly out of the thing, out of the mailbox.
Whose mailbox did you hit?
Um, several.
Oh, not your parents?
No, no, I'd get my ass beat if I had done that. Excuse my language, but
Rich says he's done that too. Tim's like, well, I'm trying it
yes,
tomorrow.
yes.
My man
Oh, it's
sometimes
freaking awesome.
has to go back into his childhood because, he went in the army young at 18 and gave it all. So I got you some Dapper Dan L'Oreal, Brother Roberto. Did you guys ever do Ding Dong Ditch
Oh yeah,
with the
yeah.
dog shit?
Uh-huh. We used to do that, and then where you call and order like a bunch of pizzas and have them delivered. That was wrong. I realize that now, but when you're younger, you know.
I never did any of that. That's why I was asking if anybody
Really?
else did. Well, I was on a military base.
Oh, yeah.
Everything there was no. I mean, I grew up living on post my whole life, and then getting married and living on base too. And yeah, you don't get away with that kind of shit on post.
No.
So
God, I done so much stuff growing up. I'm surprised that I lived to see through some of it, and I'm surprised that I didn't get in juvie for it.
wow, I've never even TP'd a home.
Oh my gosh.
We would stand up Volkswagens against the trees. Oh my God, you guys are horrible. Look at BC, what BC was into.
Drain cleaner, aluminum foil balls, and
Don't be
plastic.
reading that out loud. You
Oh,
might get us
sorry,
canceled.
sorry, my
I'm
bad,
just
my
thinking.
bad,
I was like, just read what he said.
my bad. And then the M80s. Has anybody used M80s? We
I know
probably
Tim
shouldn't be
did.
talking about this, but
Tim did M80s.
oh, those were always fun. Now, I wouldn't stick those in mailboxes. Some of my friends would, but yes, Menace, I was a rebel at one point in time.
The only thing Tim ever did that was that I never did that I was kind of curious about is the cocaine on his member and on the female. I
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of was kind of curious about that. Then I was like, no. Then I would actually, hey, Sean, I would end up getting high off of that because it goes right in, right into the mainstream. And I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. But I was curious about it. And I was
Yeah.
asking, he's like, why is it men won't talk about their experiences with before you if you're really interested? When he tells that story, I'm like, really? Well, how long did it last? Or what was it? What did it feel like? And he's like, Lori, I'm not talking about past, partners with my wife. And I'm like, I'm really curious. I'm not like
Right.
jealous. I mean, I really want to know if it's that
Mhm.
good. You know what? Maybe one day. Is your husband, will you ask him questions about past and see if he'd answer, or is he uncomfortable talking about it too?
I'm uncomfortable talking with it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like I've never really asked after all these years. I
Hey,
just
Kevin.
I know like the names and the people, but that's about it. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, I never
Ah.
asked about I don't want to know that.
See, it never bothered me, but Tim says I'm not. And then I found out why he doesn't like to talk about it with me. Because then he doesn't want to hear mine. Because he's like, as far as I'm concerned, all of us men know that our wives are all virgins when we marry them. So if I get him to talk about it, then he thinks I'm going to talk about it, and he don't
Right.
want to hear about it.
Right.
He just wants to be about it. So
Right.
it's crazy how you men don't want to think about your women beforehand, but yet you guys want to reminisce about what you've been into.
Right.
That's just crazy.
The only thing that we've ever talked about is our first time, like, and that was about it. That's as far as we ever got, and that was about as comfortable as I was with that.
I think that's one thing me and Tim, we know what age we were when we lost our virginity, but we've never talked about what the first time was like. Because
No.
Tim's was with a teacher, I think. The
Oh,
teacher or an ex babysitter when he hit 13. Tim,
Oh, wasn't it?
who was your first one?
When you talk,
Who
telling
was
his
she? Oh,
secrets.
I was 13.
yeah, 16. Okay.
I was scared shitless.
He was so
Right,
scared.
Rich? He was scared.
Never let your wife or your husband leave the house hungry or horny. Somewhere out there is a whore with a ham sandwich or Dunkin' Donuts. Come on.
I was
No.
13.
We're not talking about you. We're laughing about something in the comments. He thought we were laughing at him because he was nervous at 13. I mean, to me, I was
Okay.
13 wanting to still play outside, go to the
Yeah.
roller rink. It wasn't until I was like 14, 15 that I was even like, wait a minute. Damn, he's cute. Damn, I didn't
No.
even think about sex at no 13.
No. A lot of my friends were, though. I wasn't. I was kind of like the little, I wasn't really like a tomboy, I would say, but
I was.
I was just, I mean, I was a tomboy, but like when it comes to the guys, I like got along with the guys better than I did the chicks. So,
Exactly. Yep.
'cause there wasn't no drama. And if there was, like, it's one thing that I always admire about guys is, or men, or however you want to say it, they can sit and fight and argue. Well, not fight, but, well, yeah, they could
Yeah.
fight, have an argument, get mad at each other, and then like talk it out, and then everything's done. I'm like,
They
why
can
can't
even get
women be
in,
like that?
they could get into fist fights and then
Hmm.
reach out their hand,
Yeah,
brush it off, and go have a beer.
yeah,
See, that's what I used to do. When I get into fights and I had the advantage, I would ask them, is this done or do we need to keep it going? And if they're like, well, we're done, I would get up, I'd extend my hand. I said, now you have the choice. We can go our separate ways. You keep my name out of your mouth, or we can and fight again, or we could just be friends. And
Mhm.
I always gave a choice.
Yeah.
There's too many enemies in the world. Why do you
Yes.
need to make more? You prove your
Mhm.
point, you beat somebody up. You don't even have to go far enough to like hurt them. You just got to show them that you have the advantage, pin them, and then give them that choice and say we can keep going or not.
Right.
Not on YouTube. Can't do that.
No.
YouTube, you can. There's
No,
other
because people want to
options.
get in their feelings.
You could just ignore, walk away,
Mhm.
respond. There's lots of options to do.
Yeah.
She grabbed me by the back of the head and steered, do this. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah, I bet you were traumatized because the first time I would imagine that guys had to take a peek down there, they were probably scared to death.
Yes, Libby, I agree. It was girls just I don't know.
BC said his first time he thought he was going to be like a porn star and try all this stuff. The girl was like, "What is this stupid virgin trying to do to me?"
Oh gosh.
I was actually 16 for my first one.
Really? I
Yep,
was too. I was too. Hey, fish.
it is true, fish.
It
90s.
was awkward and quick and
Go ahead, 90s. Well, with me being 16, I was dating a 19-year-old, you know,
Mm,
and a soldier.
mm,
So they had a little bit more patience. So it wasn't like I was fumbling with some high school boy for the first time.
yeah.
Damn, Denise had her first time and got pregnant.
Oh God. See you later, 90s. Have fun.
Wow, your dad ignored you for 23 years?
Oh, bad.
Wow. See, a lot of people think if they have daughters that, oh, birth control gives you a permission to go have sex. It doesn't. And I would tell you that at 15, I had to be put on it. My doctor recommended to my mom. My cramps were so bad,
Yeah.
and I was so out of, there was no routine to cycles. And he
Yeah.
recommend birth control pills to regulate, and it would help with cramps. And it really did.
Yeah.
So that was at 15, and I still was 16 going, yeah, I was about 16 and a half.
Yeah.
So
Motivated. Did you see what he said?
no, I was like, girl, this is going to be the best 3 to 4 seconds. Did he ever apologize, Blue Eyes? I mean, just because you lost your virginity, I can't see why a father would ignore you for 23 years. I
I,
imagine the pain is deep in you, and I apologize
yeah.
for him on his behalf as a parent.
Mhm, mhm.
So you were put on depot you started your cycle at 11, Amanda? Damn. I thought 15 was bad.
Mhm.
They say the more athletic you are, the you might not start till later. And like I said, mine wasn't till I was 15.
No.
While Libby said her mother thought that if she put her on the pill, it'd be consent. So she just played Russian roulette for 3 years. Damn.
Oh man.
I'm
Jeez.
glad my mom was a little bit more open minded in the 80s because the doctor suggested it. Because she couldn't understand. She was, it was just so no rhyme or reason, and the pain was so bad. So she did give me the talk a lot sooner than that. She actually sat us down when each of us girls turned 10 and had talks with us about
No.
on our level. Like kissing's not going to get you pregnant,
Right.
but and then tell us what certain things were, and and she explained how she ended up where she ended up because of what her experiences were. And I was like, yeah, not me, no way. 8.5 with a period. Damn, Rich ended up with 7 kids.
Oh
His
Lord.
Well, we know your pull-out game is weak, Rich. I started at 8.5. Holy crap. I couldn't imagine starting that young.
Mm-mm.
You had the talk, you had three boys. I did. When my son started to come of age, Tim was in Iraq. And he asked me, no joke, he did ask me a question. And I'm like, do I look like I've been with a lady before? I said, you know what? When your dad next calls, well, I had sent him an email and I said, well, hey, your son's asking about this. I think when you call next, you need to do it in the evening so you can talk to your son. So he did. And I was like, phew, I don't mind having the talk with the kids, boys or girls. I had no problem with that. It's just certain techniques. I don't have a damn clue about what a man does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta tell the story right though.
No, I'm not going to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not for this show.
I thought he was gay.
He was in Iraq a couple times. He was in Iraq 04, 06, and I can't remember the other dates of the deployments. He was deployed 5 times, but I know from January to July 4th, he or no of 04, he was there as a drill sergeant. He was there and he got there January of 06 till September of 06. My three, one made me a grandma early. Oh, okay, but he's married and takes care of them. That's good. 5 times. Wow.
Mhm. Man.
Yeah, 11. Be careful, Shorty, because it could be coming at any time.
Well,
I would stock up, and your wife could too. You have to talk for us. When my little one, she started hitting 11, I bought the I brought in the slender. I brought tampons and I bought pads, and I
mhm.
explained both of them so that if something happened to her while I wasn't around, you know what I mean. She had options on what to do,
Right.
and it didn't fail. I was taking Tim to San Antonio for one of his appointments for his injuries, and she was staying with my brother-in-law and his wife. And I just had this weird feeling. And when she was packing, I said, Ashley, put a couple of each in your bag. And she goes, Mom, why? You're only going to be gone 2 days. I said, I don't know. Just put it. And I'll be damned. She called me and she goes, how did you know that night? I didn't get to be there for her. It was the next night.
Oh, man.
So, but my sister-in-law called me and I told her what I wanted her to do and how to react. And because she had 4 boys, she doesn't have a daughter.
Right.
So I told her what my wishes were in regards to my daughter, and she did what I asked her to.
Well,
So, and then when we got home, me and her were able to talk and go over different things. Hey, Yankees.
hey, Yankees. Night, Queen. Hope you get you some rest. I always call Blue Collar Queen.
I just call it Bree, Bree. I still remember the story when I was getting to know her when she was part of the Creek Squad gals or something. She had that show.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Purple.
Hey,
And
Purple.
we went over there and I was watching and she had seen me around. I'd seen her around. And everybody was telling me, just so you know, she's a lesbian, Lori. I was like, so,
So,
you know, so when we started talking, she was talking about a guy or something about it. And I was like, I just started laughing. She goes, what? She goes, let me guess. They told you I was lesbian. I was like, yes. She goes, yeah, they just mess with me. I was like, oh, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to right, Menace. Hey, Missy, how you doing?
hey, Missy.
So yeah, they were trying to convince me, which I didn't care because we have several in our community, and
Yeah, ain't nothing
I am
wrong with it.
one's getting married this summer, and I'm so happy for her
Yeah.
and her bride to be. So it didn't bother me at all. But they were so I kept talking to her, but until she finally made a comment, I was like, because people were making jokes, and I'm texting like, guys, be sensitive. She is gay, and it's like, you fuckers, menace.
Always got to be messing with people.
Yeah. But he wasn't the only one who was convincing me. Yeah. Put that lesbian hat on. Yep. Lesby friends and all those kind of little jokes they were doing. But she knew it right away because the first time we were on a panel and I was like, she goes, I know. They said I was gay, didn't they, to you? And I was like, yes.
Oh,
Uh, gay. That has to be a pain in the ass. I don't understand how even girls can do that. To me, it just would seem painful.
mm.
Sometimes stuff coming out hurts. I don't want to know what trying to go back in is.
As I always say, it's an exit, not an entrance.
Yeah, it's Fort Knox, bitch. See if you can penetrate. You ain't. You can't. But then I'm known as Gargoyle, so it's made of stone. So my ass is off limits permanently, anyways. I swear these chats. I thought I was gonna. My voice was really out today, and
Uh-oh.
so I was like, "Is this going to be another?" Well, you go ahead and go dildo shopping, Rich. Tell us how it goes.
I love going into those shops. Have you ever been into any of those?
Yes,
Oh, I love going
Germany.
in there. Oh, I say that was interesting.
Yeah, because they're very open, and you got people walking around with stuff on
Oh man.
to show you. They don't have and then over there, the nude beaches and everything. They don't have no shame. A world without women sure would be a pain in the ass. That's true. On my out note, I like dick. Well, since men are dicks, I do agree with you, Blue.
Right.
Yeah, Menace did blow off our
I
live last night, Maka.
he was scared is
I
what it
th-
was.
yeah, I told him the topic.
Oh. Why'd you
Yep.
do that, Menace? It would have been fun.
He said I was supposed to set up a link and then send it to him. But he was laughing and going on so much on his panel. How am I going to interrupt somebody having a good time like that? I just
Right.
couldn't.
No.
So, but I've got his ass.
You'll have to come up with an even better one for this coming time then. That's his punishment.
oh, I'm going to give him a double one. He's going to have to do a double whammy to debate next time.
Right. Each time he misses, you have to add one onto it.
You have to explain how he likes Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
Oh.
it is found. That's what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to pick the most embarrassing topics.
Hey, Chad.
Hey,
It's good to
Chad.
see you.
Always good to see Chad.
Oh, Menace, don't
You know
ignore
what?
that.
Minutes,
Ignore it.
I am too, and it's okay. How many times does somebody
Oh,
pick a
no.
topic and I did it?
Mhm.
So,
Eh. It's all about the fun.
yep.
Don't
If they
care.
can't take the fun, fuck them.
Right.
Or they can fuck
Ah.
each other. I don't want to fuck them. You ain't got a sense of humor. You ain't getting fucked. I always tell Tim he's so funny. Look, he looks in the mirror and he laughs at himself every morning. Minutes heard you,
You
but
better
I'm
be cleaning
glad
up
I
with
wrote
it.
that down.
Mhm.
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton.
No, I won't even say that he likes him because I can put a target on him. Everybody who goes against him disappears. I can make him explain why she's bad for the country. That would be even better.
You're in trouble.
That is true, Libby. And that's what
Yep.
we do here. We definitely laugh at each other and
Mhm.
go back 2 weeks. I didn't sleep for 5 days. My voice was hoarse, and the chat picks our topics. And next thing I know, they're throwing songs at me. And my voice was so deep and so rough that I was singing rock songs, all kinds of songs. And it was coming out, especially Shout at the Devil. I sounded like I was worshiping Satan.
You were reading the song and the words weren't even there.
Oh yeah, Maka told me to bring up a song. I brought up a song and I'm reading lyrics that aren't even there. I was so I was hallucinating words.
What was it? Was it mowing the polyp in the front
Yeah,
yard?
something about mowing the polyps in the yard. And I'm like, it's
Yeah.
right there in the song. And I had to go back and read the song. And I'm like, well, where's the grass
That
part?
shit was weird.
So it was funny. No, it wasn't the hairspray. It was those 5 days insomnia.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't believe him. They had to go back. I had to re-listen, and I was reading the song, and all of a sudden I said, "Mowing the grass with the mowing the polyps in the grass." I'm like, what? I don't even know where that shit came from. And it was a 3 hour live too.
Mhm. Yeah, and then we talked a while after that too.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Go to bed, go to
Yeah.
bed." And I literally, I guess I was hallucinating for a minute, and then I got a second wind, and then I ended up staying up till like 5 o'clock the next morning, rounding. It was actually rounding my fifth day. That's what it was. I had four complete, no sleep, and I was on uh, um, a call with like I think Dan and Amy and Tim and that, and all of a sudden I'm talking and I go down and I'm at my desk, and I know Tim is running in from out in his room. He's like, Lori, wake up. I'm like, I am awake. And as I sat up, my nose was sore because I must have went straight down and hit my nose on my
Oh God.
desk. But my head was slowly falling. Like I was having
Yeah.
trouble reading my keyboard. So I was going in slow and I must have just put my hand on my keyboard and then,
You know it's bad if you sleep, if you fall asleep like that.
yeah. So at least I've never fallen asleep on a toilet. Have you?
Mhm. No, I fell asleep beside a toilet, but not
Oh,
on
after
the toilet.
vomiting, right? After partying.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
I have never fallen asleep on a toilet. You so full of it. You have. You fall asleep standing up. He had his phone in his hand, leaning over the pool with his cigarette in his other hand, and somehow he was asleep. And I had to come out and wake him up. And do you know, he never dropped that phone or that cigarette in that water?
Oh my gosh. Now that's
He,
talent.
it's talent. He'll get up, sit on the edge of the couch to tie his shoes, and all you hear is, I was like, I have to get up to go out there. Tim, wake up. I'm awake. I'm putting on my shoes. Yeah. I think
What's one
soldiers can do it.
what's one of the weirdest places that you've ever fallen asleep?
Me?
Mhm.
Um, Honestly, at my desk here, because I'm always, usually I'm pretty good when I'm tired. I'll just go, even like on Jay's live stream when I fell asleep, when we were talking about veterans or military, army brats, military brats. I told him I was tired and I'd stay as long as I could. And Tim was up there, and others were coming up who grew up in the military as military brats. Next thing I know, I must have fallen asleep because Tim came in and says, Lori, you're breathing softly into the phone. I was like, I didn't snore. I said, no, I'm not live. He says, yes, you are. You're on Jay's panel. So I had to apologize, but I knew I was tired. I already took myself to bed, you know,
Right.
and I fell asleep. I got comfortable. At least I, but
You know
Tim,
where I fell asleep? The funniest place?
the weirdest.
The weirdest place?
Yeah,
Weirdest or
During the funeral
funniest?
detail.
that's true.
I was standing there waiting for him to present the flag, and I fell asleep at a position of attention.
Who woke you up?
I woke myself up when he did 21 gun salute.
Oh, he was at a military funeral.
Oh man.
Oh wow, Rich. Well, I'm grateful that he had a sense of humor and kept you around too.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Michael, I was saying, "Help me. Help me."
but you were laughing your ass off though
I
too.
was. It was so fun. Like, we had fun. I mean,
It was. And I asked Maka to do some. No, she was chicken. But
Mm-mm.
it's something I remember shout at the devil, and my voice was so hoarse it was like shout, shout.
Yeah, I had nightmares that night.
Rock on fell asleep on a shrimp boat. Where's the weirdest place you did?
I fell asleep at a race, like a dirt race
I don't blame you. Her senior
on the
would give you
bench.
nightmares.
On the bench.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Like I was sitting there and I got so tired. And I mean, there was dirt every, you know, how in the dirt tracks when they're going around, how the dirt's up.
Right.
And I was just laying there and it just put me to sleep. I laid down on the bench and fell asleep. And
Wow.
people were
Who?
like, "How did you do that?" Oh no, I just got sleepy.
So I did something weird, guys, the
What?
other day. I went in to get my lottery. And as soon as you walk in right by the cash register, you know, I don't drink. Everybody knows that. Well, they had these little flavored vodkas for 25 cents, little shots. Like they had a strawberry flavored vodka, they had a peach and a green apple.
No.
I bought three. Now, I
Have you
don't know
tried
what
them?
the hell to mix it with or anything like that. Me and you talked about juice, but I looked it online. They
Uh-huh.
said that the apple and the peach would go good with the lemon lime soda.
Okay.
And then the strawberry would be good in a ginger ale.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That would be a good one.
Yeah. So I told Tim, I said, we're going to try this. He says, oh, no, you are. And I'm like, well, she fell asleep at a Nickelback meet and
Oh my
greet. Chad Kroger woke her up. That's a weird place. Denise fell asleep in a tire swing.
oh my
All
gosh.
my kids are older than Amanda. You know what's weird is we don't have many 20-year-olds in our community.
Oh,
The average is 40 to 56, with
no.
some older, but I found out that the average is between 40 and 55. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of 48 to 55-year-olds too.
No.
So she fell asleep in her toy box. Victoria did.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Amanda, you had two heart attacks at 24.
Oh my goodness.
You're 45, Eddie. Okay. See?
Yeah.
You're not the youngest. Lacey is 29, I think she said. And we've got Spencer. Everybody knows Spencer's just turned 21.
No.
So I had the weirdest thing happen today. I kept trying to reach out to Macha, and my phone keeps telling me that we are not hooked up to any networks. We turned them off, reset them 3 times, and we're still only allowed to do uh, emergency calls only.
That's crazy.
So I wonder if one of our towers got damaged during all the storms we've had.
Yeah. That's weird. Have you got on like the site for your carrier to see if maybe they have any outages like on their site?
No, it seems like AT&T does this to us every so often.
Oh.
We'll have it, and then all of a sudden it'll just pop back on.
Oh, okay.
So we just have to live with it. And being Sunday, anyways, I don't
Yeah.
like to conduct any business on my computer.
No.
But I had somebody running with scissors reached out. She woke up, saw she was unsubbed from Tim. So she went to sub up. She
Yeah.
left, came back 7 times. She was unsubbed each time. Even though she left comments and everything, they kept unsubbing her.
So there's something going on with YouTube then.
It wasn't even Tim's, too. She found it in several of the people that she has.
Huh. I need to go check through my list because I've noticed a lot of people that normally goes live or that drops, quite frequently. I've like haven't seen them in a while, so I'll have to go and look to make sure.
So Rich is with AT&T and says he gets no SIM messages from time to time. See, that's what I'm getting right now. I'm not connected to the network. My SIM doesn't work.
Hmm.
So
We
it's
just recently changed carriers, and we used to have Androids, which I told you about that.
yeah.
had Androids and we swapped to iPhones and got a new carrier. Oh my gosh, it's been a pain trying to get everything transferred over.
Okay, go into the mobile network settings, turn my connections on and off to get the service back up. All right, I might try that, BC. Thank you.
Mm,
See, Michael, another 40.
no. Do you have Wi-Fi calling on your phone? Like the
No.
option? No.
I don't know.
I
I've
was gonna
never
say
used it.
you could hook it up. That's how I have mine as a backup. Well, my other phone, I had it the Wi-Fi as a backup so I could still get calls if their towers or, any service was interrupted.
Okay, she was pregnant with twins, was a hard drinker. When she found out she was pregnant, she went cold turkey. The DTs gave her
Oh,
a heart attack.
yeah.
She lost the twins and then ended up with another one. Aw, I'm sorry, Amanda.
Love your heart. Sorry to hear that.
Hi, Shan. How
Hey,
you doing,
Shan.
beautiful?
Oh, it's good to see you. There's nothing worse than losing.
Baby, yeah.
Yeah.
Shan's got that wild 80s hair like we do.
Yeah.
Well, you see her picture, she's all curls.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just aggravates somebody on the internet so bad about all her hair.
Oh, yeah.
Mine
They're
does
just
too from
jealous.
this. What is it with the team? That team over there does not like women with big old thick hair.
They're jealous because they're probably bald.
Or they just ain't got ladies. I mean, look at
Yeah.
the biggest people who harp on and put down other people's relationships are been alone.
Mm.
That's true. They name their hands thing 1 and 2. Oh, you name them. Okay. True, Chanel. Ain't nothing we can do about it. It's just a hair thing.
Yep. Ain't nothing but a hair thing.
Did you guys get to watch Rich and Rusty's last night?
I didn't.
They had a pretty decent show that night. It was more about the Tim and Adam Calhoun thing.
Oh, okay.
Skull, you're right. Molly wants a treat, but she has to eat her dinner. They don't get treats except for in the morning after breakfast, and then after their dinner. And then if we're leaving them home for a couple hours, they'll get a couple treats
Mm.
with their cartoons on.
Well,
Well, the cartoons have all the laughing
uh-huh.
and the jokes and stuff like that, and the hyped up music, and not like depressing, sad, or fighting or something. So it just seems to calm them. They think
There's
people are in the house.
there's the youngest in the community.
There he is.
Hey, Spencer.
And probably the only known virgin that we have in the community. Spencer
Yes.
checks off all the boxes.
Yeah. Hey, Skulls. Yeah, we keep our TV on. Well, we've got two. We actually hung one up here in the bedroom. Um, we got one of those like that goes onto the wall. Oh, what's it called? Crap. My mind just went blank. Anyway, we hung the TV on the wall and we keep them on because the cat and the dog both, if you have them on, they're calm. But as soon as you turn it off, they get into everything.
Yes. Do you see Rich's comment?
Uh,
I'm Lithuanian. The only thing my bride gets is that's long and hard his last name. Spencer, give Ja a ring. He said he would help you. What? Get laid?
yeah, get him hooked up.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's been trying to get him hooked up, but he just,
All he has to do is go to OnlyFans.
mhm,
He can. There's numbers and for people to call and dates and
well, what's that one site that a lot of people used? POF, Plenty of Fish. Was that the name of it?
I don't know.
I think it was that and Tinder. I heard a lot of people using. There you go, Spencer. Look
I'm
those up.
hearing skip the games. It's
Mhm.
just strictly for sex.
Yep,
You don't have to take them out to dinner or do anything. You just skip the games, go right to it.
yep. See, Spencer, you got all kinds of options.
Yeah. You could even go to a strip joint, ask for a lap dance.
Mhm.
It'll stay inside your pants, but it's almost like it.
Right.
Yeah, I bet that dating apps are like shooting fish because you never know. Is it all you have to do is look at their hands and their neck?
Yeah. I'm so glad that it didn't have all that
Yes.
when I was in the dating pool. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
You actually met the person, and saw them and got to know them that way. As much trafficking and stuff's going on, I'd be scared to even do anything like that anymore.
Yeah, you meet a guy in a bar and think you guys are going to have coffee, and you might end up on a boat going overseas.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it is scary out there dating.
Yeah, or down in Mexico.
Yeah, part of a show.
Hmm.
It's just crazy. You want to tell your girls, and you want them confident and stuff, and to
Yeah,
teach them to be self-aware. But sometimes you find a cute guy, and you guys are talking and stuff, and you hook up, you make plans to hook up again, and they can do the long term too.
yeah,
I watched a YouTube video of a woman coming out of a bank, and she was being followed. At first, she thought it was just a guy going down the same way she was. But every which way she took a turn, he was right there, and he kept getting closer and closer, and he had his hand in his pocket. So she
mm,
turned her cell phone on, and she held it up over her shoulder, and she was talking to people that she believed she was being followed. Everybody, see if you could figure out who this guy is.
right,
She was scared to go home that he would find out where she lived.
right,
And she ran, come across a skate park. She went in there with a bunch of skaters, and she's like, "Look, can you guys just help me? He's been following me." He actually was going to come in through the skaters. He had his hand pulled out. It looked like a knife. He was going to kidnap her and take her.
yeah,
And the skaters all had to jump up and threaten him multiple, because he was willing to do whatever he had to take to get that girl.
yeah,
And they found out who he was because she was smart enough to hold it up there when he finally, the mask slipped down enough,
yeah.
and he got frustrated. He took the mask down for a minute, and it was on the phone, and they were able to catch him.
Shh, I'm telling
So her smarts is
you.
what saved her. I always told my daughter, even as an adult, please let me know where you're going to go. She goes, I am an adult. And I was like, yeah, and you want to be a stupid statistic, go ahead and keep. You need to let me know who you're going with and where you're expected to start off. Because if something happens to you and I can't find you in a couple days, I know who to go to, the
Right.
cops do, and where to at least start the
Yeah,
trail to look at you. No, you know, they know everything. They don't, I'm like, you're 5'2". You're like 85, 90 pounds.
right.
You're a skinny little butt, but she's married and everything. So, but still, it's
Yeah.
scary.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so many here where I live that have gone missing. It's scary. Like you, you wouldn't expect it, you know, in the location that I'm at. I don't want to give it out, but in the location you wouldn't expect it. But there is quite a few missing people. Well, girls especially in this area.
Did you watch? Okay, I watch ID, the documentaries of like the true crime stuff, the murders,
Hmm.
stuff like that. And they had something. There was a town in Kentucky that a bunch of girls just keep coming up missing, and the
Hmm.
town keeps blowing it off as,
Yep.
oh, they're runaways or ODs, but no bodies have been found, and
Yep.
it's all from the same area. And the girls all happen to know each other or were friends or went to the same schools, and they had like 9 or 10 girls missing.
Yeah.
And it was in Kentucky, a small little area. It used to be a coal mining town or something,
Yeah.
and the girls are just disappearing like
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah.
Got game
It's
wardens and
scary.
4 cops going down flying. Something's got to be wrong around here. Wow. Just
Man.
be safe, Blue Eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's scary. I mean, you never know anymore.
Yeah. I got to say, where we're at, you know, being down south, we are, I have to say, it's a good old boy town. you know um it's bigger than when you would expect. It doesn't look like it'd be big, but there is just in our parish over 150,000 people. But when you get to come in here, it feels like it's maybe maybe 50,000. You would,
No,
but there's so much country and people are all scattered out that they're everywhere.
no,
And everybody carries, everybody, all the, because we're by a military base, all the veterans are allowed to conceal carry without a permit,
right.
the right to defend yourself,
Mhm.
and all this. So we don't see all the barricades, uh, all the trouble. We haven't
Right,
seen that at all. Even we had a Democratic governor, but we had the Senate and the House were all Republicans. And when the mask mandates came down, I have to say we never felt restricted. If we said medical can't use it, we were never questioned,
right.
and we never got sick.
Yeah,
So that's one good thing about living. But I think it's the heat down here too. It was so warm that we didn't have the cases of COVID. They kept saying, "Oh, Louisiana, Texas have it bad," and it's like our Walmart stayed open. We would go in; it was packed every time we went. It's
yeah.
like, where are all these sick people?
Mhm.
Nobody we lived around were sick. Nobody they knew was sick, and it's just like I think it
Mhm.
was the heat.
Yeah, I say that helped.
I think so too. And what about even up north with the cold?
Yeah.
I think that helped too.
Uh-huh.
So I
God, I
think it
remember.
was targeted. It was a
Yeah,
certain type of person. They were meant to target the elderly
yeah.
because they were all still about American values and go red, white, and blue. Stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. What's right is right, wrong is wrong. And
Mhm.
I honestly think it was to target. That's why they were all accused of,
Yeah.
that they're racist and all this. And we lost more. You take your butt outside. It was a car that drove by. There's nothing there. I swear. I don't mind them being protective, but it's like if somebody's across the street and they're walking in opposite direction, they're not coming this way, don't bark at them.
Right.
If a car drives on by and doesn't pull up and go slow, don't bark.
Well,
No,
it's my dog. Our neighbor across the street. I don't know what it is with him, but she can't stand him. Don't know why. Like they've never really interacted. But every time she sees him, he could be out in his yard mowing or just standing there, and she goes nuts. But anybody else, she's fine. She'll just sit and watch him walk around, no problem. But it's just that one person,
and
anytime
she's
she sees him, and when he's in his vehicle, she goes crazy. So
she's
I
telling
don't know.
you to stay away. Don't get too close.
Right.
She's letting you know that something's off.
Hmm.
I think it was also a test to see who would conform. And there was
Yeah.
a lot of sheep
Yes.
buying. Here, sign me up for that injection. And now you're getting told finally that you shouldn't have taken that.
Hmm. There's been
Oh,
so many deaths with that.
mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
And I'm sorry, our politicians, they were not given the shot.
No.
I think it was a placebo and it was
Hmm.
made to get people. And so many people jumped on that.
Yep.
And most of them actually ended up with COVID still. And the mask, oh my God, watching people walk around, it's like, hello, your mask is like underwear. If you peed, does it going to go through your underwear? Well, if
Right.
somebody coughs in your face, guess what? It's going to go through that little paper mask too that you got in your face.
Well, you think about it, you're sitting there breathing basically the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, which
Hmm.
you're exhaling. Like, I mean, it's not really doing much good for you. And it's hard to breathe with those things.
I always got when I had to put it on, like for the flight, when I had to go to my dad's,
Hmm.
around my ears, it always seemed to cause me a migraine.
Oh,
But I always just ordered a drink and kept my mask down to my off of one ear and
yeah.
hanging, and I just kept my cup up to my face.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
Hey, I'm a pure blood, no vax in mine, no
Nope.
mask.
Me neither.
And I was so glad for my grandson because when they thought he was autistic because he was nonverbal, and we didn't realize it was his hearing because of the fluid all trapped, uh,
No.
he got a medical waiver from wearing that mask.
No.
So it was nice. They were deliberately passing out, hey, just put this, just put this. They had it till a lot of the kids didn't have to wear masks in the kindergarten and first grade classes.
No. I thought
So,
that was so wrong when I saw those
yes.
poor kids.
And if they tried to bring it back all of a sudden and put those poor kids back in, I hope more and more people stand up.
Mhm. Well, I know there was a lot of people that took their kids out and, like, actually started homeschooling them, and still to this day is homeschooling them because of, the stuff that they were trying to make them poor kids do.
Yep. You lost a good friend, Skull, who told you that you should, because you didn't believe in the mask or the shot. Then you know what? They weren't a really good friend, Skulls, because people were allowed to have different opinions.
Yep. Heck, we had arguments in our family about it because me and my hu my man, I wanna say his name, I'm trying not to.
Yeah.
Me and my man, we wouldn't take it. Like, we refused to take the shot in
Yep.
anything, and, my family, on my side of the family, they all took it,
Wow.
and then all on his side took it, and we were like the black sheep, I guess you could call it, and still a lot of them don't even speak to us still because of it.
And yet you guys aren't sick. You never got them
No,
sick. So
nope,
what's their problem? You proved
right,
them wrong.
mhm, yeah, and now they have problems all the time, health problems, and that they never had before, and, I mean, it's crazy how
I
it
was,
divided people.
yep. But I think after the facts came out that Trump was right about the medicine, was what, like a Z pack kind of thing with a couple
Uh-huh,
other meds. It
yep,
worked. We saw him get better.
yep,
And they just started shutting down everything as false. I remember when YouTube was censoring everybody, putting those
yeah.
markers. This has been false
Oh my
news. This
gosh,
is
yes.
fake news. And it's like you couldn't talk for the first what of he went in 2020, right? It was like that first um year. Every time
Yeah,
you turn around, this is false news. And I'd go through mine and be like, what the hell did I even say?
uh-huh,
I forwarded a comment or something, or I liked a comment, and then I got flagged.
yeah,
It's like, whatever.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. And thank God, Texas, they were, even our doctors were like, this is a free American constitutional rights medical office. If you do not want to wear a mask and you feel comfortable not wearing it, you do not have to. And if you want to wear it, it's your choice.
No,
So I was really happy with that. So
mhm,
I saw how strict the northern states were. I
yeah,
mean, what Michigan went through, what California went. I'm
yeah,
watching all the northern states and that are ran by Democrats, and I'm just watching my sister be like a slave, while they're out running around doing what they want. Their husbands are out in their cabins, and
mhm,
they're not even allowed to breathe, basically,
yeah,
fresh air. And we're all outside still playing in the yard. Kids are still all playing and intermingling, and you know there was no school, of course, but it was no big deal.
no,
So we lived our life.
oh, yeah.
So it's crazy. And look, we went from, look at our topics, how we go through.
We we've been everywhere today.
Yes, we have. People that had glasses and hearing aids had trouble with their mask.
Yeah,
I'd imagine that too.
yeah, it was hard, especially when it was cold, when I wore my glasses and you'd have one on and be, like, walking through and my glasses would fog up and you couldn't see,
Yep.
but I started wearing contacts, so I was like, "Yeah, this is not gonna work."
And what about the ones that were sick and they had to wear that mask? They're coughing in their mask and breathing all that shit back in.
Mhm,
I'm sorry. It's like put something over your face and you're breathing. To me, it was like suffocation.
mm.
And
Oh, I see. Did you see where people were making their own, like, out of these, like, what was it, like a plastic, container or something? Oh my god, that was crazy. Did you ever see that? They, like, took
no,
it was like a jug or something and made it into, like, a mask somehow. It was weird looking. I was like, "Oh my god, that's
I saw
crazy."
them. Hey, Kobe. I saw them using
Hey, Kobe.
bandanas. and in
Oh,
doing like coffee filters
yeah.
and sliding them in. And I'm like, you guys are really stupid.
I was so mad because it took forever before I could find coffee filters for the longest time
Yes.
because of that. I was like, that is not the type of filter that you need.
And what about why did people stock up on toilet paper, leaving everybody else? You know, you don't wipe your ass that much in a year when there was no shortage. You don't need 10 dozen cases of toilet paper, and the shortage was ridiculous. I just don't understand people that went so crazy that they went out and spent all this money doing all this stuff. And it's like, the stores are still open, ding dong.
Well,
If everybody would have been limited to 2 packs, you know, there would have never been a shortage.
yeah.
So, but I was
I,
smart. We went grocery shopping that weekend before the lockdowns came out because they were strict with us for about a month. And they got 10 days. Okay, you're going to work from home. That took them 2 weeks to get the computers. They got them all set up with their systems for homework. And then they were like, yeah, never mind. Come on back to the hospital. You just have to wear a mask,
uh,
because they were in the hospital around vulnerable people.
uh,
But because of where their offices were, they were like, you don't have to wear your mask once you're in your offices,
mm,
just if you go out on the main floors.
right.
Well, I had just stacked up and bought one of those, the jumbo packs, the 30 pack of toilet paper, and I had a full freezer and ice box of food and everything. So I sat back for the first 30 days just laughing.
Yeah.
I was lucky that out of the blue, I decided, let's just go grocery shopping instead of waiting until the first.
Yeah.
And we did, and we went out to dinner. Next thing we know, a couple of days later, lockdown. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I would make a list and we would get enough to last us for a month. And that way we would only have to go out one time. And that way you didn't have to deal with all that crap. But in the beginning, we hadn't went shopping, so it was kind of rough there at the very beginning. A little scary because, we were low on some things, but after we got into the groove, it was all right.
Yeah. What about dummies in their car wearing
Yeah,
the mask with nobody else in the car with them?
yeah.
And it's
There's
like,
still people that does that.
yeah, it's just crazy. I had this lady following me around, and there were a couple women in there that were school teachers that had no mask on, and they were watching. Oh, I haven't yet, Sean. Thanks for reminding me. I will. There was a father with a little child, and he had her in a mask when they have the best immune system, anyways. And
Right.
he was in a mask, and I was shopping. This lady deliberately went to them because they were the only ones that were wearing the mask, and we were in the produce section. And she goes, I just want to thank you for being responsible and having a mask on. And I said, well, I just want to thank you for being a nosy bidsy body and in everybody else's business. I hope you don't choke on your own COVID when you're breathing it and swallowing it back. She was like, ah, huffed and puffed and ran away. And the two women just started laughing. And I was like, I hate stupid people.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, well, we're school teachers, and we tell you this is that what they're educating people is so wrong. This is not what we were taught. One was a chemistry and one was biology. And they were like, this is ridiculous. So Sean tells me the reason he likes our show because of his work hours and stuff.
Yeah.
When we do our show, he likes to turn it on. Your voice helps him go to sleep when he can't sleep.
Oh, is that a
It's
bad thing or
soothing.
a good thing?
He said
Oh,
it's
okay.
soothing. It's a good thing.
Well, I'm glad I could help, Sean.
So there, I did tell him because he reached out and he told me, and I was like, is that a bad thing? He's like, nope. If I can't sleep, Maka's voice, I like to tune in and just listen to your guys' chats, and Maka's voice is calming.
Oh.
So you've had ex-wife propositions.
Oh,
You're one of those sleep time machines that soothes people to sleep.
yeah,
So, man, just wait till we get your channel up and going and we do a joint stream.
right.
So,
I was gonna do that today, and I was like, well, it's a special, like kind of a special thing for us. I was like, I'll just wait.
so we'll try on Wednesday,
Yeah,
see what we
yeah,
can
we'll do
do.
it. We can
All
do it
right.
on Wednesday. That'll work.
Sounds good. I do know Sisters is on mine this week. Then we have you and me, and Brookie wants to get back to For Women by Women show on Thursdays.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
yep,
Well, that'll be nice.
yep. And then I was supposed to the music stream, but Shadi hadn't been feeling well, so I don't know when we're having our next music stream. But if we can't cross paths and figure out a time, I will do it, mine,
Yeah,
and then he'll be welcome to join when he can or anything like that.
yeah. Or you could always do it and then just pop him the link. And if he's able to join, he could. I thought I saw him in here earlier, but I could no, it's I always get them two mixed up. There's two shotties, right?
Uh, no, one's Shorty.
Oh, okay.
It used to be he used to be Little Shorty Red Ball or Red Ball Shorty or something like that,
Okay.
and now he's just Shorty Red
Okay.
Ball or so. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was trying to get a hold of Maka from since last night about today, and yeah, it just it wasn't going through. I was like, "What's going on with my?" I sent you something on IG, Maka. Remember what we were
Oh,
talking about before the show?
uh-huh.
Got the proof, and
Uh-huh.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
Let me look in here. Yeah, I was wondering because I had messaged you a couple of times, like text messaged you. And nice.
See, I'm smarter than
Uh,
I don't understand. People just, you know. I'm
ignorant.
going to show you because it doesn't show a number or anything, but I'm going to show you my phone. Look at that. Trouble sending. I was answering you.
Yeah.
See, I was answering you and it kept telling me I couldn't send. I couldn't send. I said, well, maybe I just can't do it to an iPhone all of a sudden. And then when I tried
Yeah.
calling, it's like, you are not connected to the SIM. Your
Oh,
SIM is not registered on the network. And I'm like, what?
that's crazy.
And I've been trying since last night to get a hold of you, and it wouldn't let me call you. And I was like, all right, I'll just give it the night, and we'll be
Uh,
fine. And then you're texting me, and I'm like, I can't even tell you. So I told Tim, I says, please make an announcement in case Maka's listening to your live. Maka, please check your IG. Lori cannot reach you on the phone.
yeah. I had just come in and because I hadn't been on all day. I was having a little lazy day and I was like, I looked at the time. I was like, oh, it's getting close to the show. I'll go and see, who's all on or whatever, and just kind of roam around until then. And then I heard like when I was typing hi and everything, and then he said that, and I was like, oh yeah, I just got a hold of her. Thumbs up.
I thought you might have been like, because I know that sometimes you just turn on shows, people's like
Uh-huh.
I do just to listen.
Yeah.
Um, I don't if I'm not in the chat or anything, but I'm just listening to the show because there's a couple people I like to listen to, but I don't go in their chats.
Yeah.
Um, can you try and play the video I sent to you on IG? Let me see.
But yeah, I was sending you text and everything, and then I tried calling you and it wouldn't go through, and I was like, well, that's weird. Well, I haven't put Instagram on my phone yet. I only get on it on my laptop or my desktop. And I logged in and I was like, and I saw, where you had talked. I was like, oh crap. I was like, this isn't good. Because I was
Amanda,
wondering, because I,
nothing's coming through. I didn't get any IG. And if it's over a minute, IG won't accept it. Well, we still appreciate those of you from the Triple T raid. And for
yes.
oh, it just came in, Amanda. I just saw something. Let me see. Uh yeah, I could play the video. Let me pull it up on my computer. Is this if it's political, you might get me and her. I'm gonna have to watch this for a minute.
Okay.
Is it comedy, Amanda, or it's not gonna let me because I don't have wait a minute. I'll have to play this on the real Triple T because it's because of who it is that video is about. It will get me a strike
Oh,
or take me and Maka down. So that kind of politics, yeah, those are not allowed to be.
yeah.
I don't want to risk it. So,
Oh,
but I will have Tim play it. on the real Triple T, just do it and we could post it. So,
I got a random question.
well, I got a random answer.
How early or late, uh, or how too early or too late is it to mow your yard in the summertime? Would you
As long as
consider?
to me, I'll still do it. A noise, like on the weekends, noise
Mhm,
court ordinance is until 11 and it's dark, but I'll go out at 8 o'clock when it's the sun's setting and it's just like kind of shade. And I've
mhm.
still got like an hour and a half of daytime before it's completely dark. And I'll go out at 8 o'clock and still
Well,
mow till like 9 o'clock at night.
well,
In the morning, I would never do it before 7 a.m. because the little one's
okay.
sleeping and everything for me.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you coming and rocking with me and Maka Eddie. I have a
Yeah.
couple of shows, and Maka's about to go live on her pretty soon with some. She's trying to create a show herself. Um, so hers is Maka's. What is it? 7788 or wait, it's
Uh,
Maka
8877.
8877. Yeah.
Yeah, 8877.
So Victoria, if you could drop Maka's link, if you
Yeah.
would. And anybody who has a wrench, if you want to put links down for people that are here for the first time and drop their links or your links, it's a channel where anybody's allowed to drop their links, as long as they're friendly. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. We support those channels who support us.
Mm. I gotta say, this has been a more tamer show than what we usually do.
I
It's
think
more
because it's
laid back.
Sunday, it's
Yeah,
it's God's day. We have to watch our mouth.
true, true.
Now, see, just because your neighbor goes to bed at 5 p.m., that's their problem.
No. See, I always wonder because, like, I have some neighbors, they wake me up. I mean, I'm not complaining by no means, but, they'll wake me up at like 7 or 8 o'clock. And then
Right?
at night, we have some that's mowing in the dark.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered because I'm one that I always try to wait until at least 11 or 12, but when it's hot in the summertime, where it gets so hot and muggy, I either want to do it early morning or late in the evenings. But I was like, what is like the right time to not disturb people?
I think the right
I
time
always
is
wonder
when
that.
you're up and you pretty much have a feel what your neighbors' schedules are.
No,
Like we have some late night people, and even if they go to work, if I'm mowing at 8 o'clock, they're in their house, they got their TVs going and stuff. Only going to be out there an hour mowing.
right.
So that's what I try to do. And I
No.
will mow it from 7 or 8 o'clock at night because it's 119 degrees in the middle of the day.
Phew,
So
God.
our noise, see, for us, our noise ordinance is Sunday through Thursday. It's from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So by 9:45, we shut the garage so the dogs they're allowed out back. But
No,
once they can't go play out front and they're in the backyard, we got big country, so they're barking. If the neighbors get upset, they all have dogs too. So they're not
no,
out there all night barking. They go out to use their business and then they come in the house. They're indoor dogs.
right,
They go out when they want, but they're indoors. They like the air conditioner. But
right.
at on the weekends it's from 11 p.m. till 6 a.m.
Mhm,
So we're good. So
right,
anytime, as long as you don't get after 11, or I wouldn't even push it. I wouldn't even do it like at 9 or 10 o'clock, but I would do it
right.
at 7, 8 o'clock at night when it's
No,
cooler for you or first thing in the morning.
yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm one of those people, like, I try not to be rude to them, but I just sometimes, it's just like, man, I just want to get this done. I'm supposed to mow tomorrow, and I think it's going to be like 90 something tomorrow with the humidity up, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check again, and I was like, man, I don't want to be out there at 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon mowing because that's going to be rough.
Mm, I think if you did it at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
was thinking.
Eddie, are you in Louisiana too? We're Beauregard Parish. Your generator at 2 a.m. Wow. See, for us, the first hurricane, we were so unprepared. Only because being military and stuff, we've never been in any kind of major uh, catastrophe.
Oh,
But I called Tim on Wednesday and I said, "Babe, they say we're going to have a hurricane on Thursday." He said, "Lori, we've heard that before. Our area never gets it." I said, "Babe, I'm watching the trajectory. Yes, we are going to get this one." He says, "But Beauregard never gets it because we're too far inland." I said, "Babe, the way it's coming, this is going to be a one in a lifetime storm. And they're predicting it's right in our path. It's coming." I said, "So
sure.
please come home." So he came home. I said, "I need a trench because one side of our yard floods, but the other one's higher up, but it's kind of at a little bit of a slope." I said, "Dig us a trench so that it goes from the backyard all the way out to the road. That way the yard doesn't flood." I said, "We need to
Right,
take down the trampoline, the swing sets, all our outdoor patio stuff. We need to get all the pool stuff put away." I said, "We need to put some boards up and pick up." I told him, I said, "Pick up $500 out of the bank to bring it so we had some cash on hand."
right,
I said, "Bring home 15 bags of ice." He said, 15. I said, "Bring me 15 bags of ice because we have two freezers and our ice
right,
box." So what I did is I had all the meat at the bottom, put all the ice on top of it, and then I brought all the ice box stuff and put it up on top of the ice,
yeah,
like mayonnaise, mustard, water, stuff like that,
right,
lunch meat, and everything like that. And then anything that was like TV dinners or frozen pizzas or everything like that, I was like, "We're going to leave those on top and we're going to cook them on the grill on foil if we
right.
can. Wrap them in foil and put them on there." And the only thing that caught us off guard is we didn't know anything about generators because we
Yeah,
had never had one before, you know. So no
right,
generators. And after it hit us, they were charging $1,000 or more for four or $500 generators. They
oh
were
yeah,
scalping us bad.
yeah,
So my sister ordered one and said she would get it to us in 2 days. Well, because of all the damage and all the repair vehicles coming in, it got tied up, and we didn't even get it until 10 days after our power came back on because our
oh,
FedEx was destroyed, and so was
oh,
our UPS hubs.
shoo,
So I kept it, and then we got a second one. So when we got hit with the historic second one, usually in a hurricane, the east side of a hurricane gets it the worst because of all
right,
the wind and stuff, the way it twirls.
right,
We had a once in a lifetime where the west side of the hurricane got hit. And so we got hit 2 weeks later again. But we had two generators. We had got our daughter a generator for her and our grandson for their apartment. And at that time, and we were ready. I had cash on hand and enough water and meat and two propane tanks. So we just sat outside and went live and talked to everybody while we were without power for a while the first storm because it was cooler outside than in the house.
right,
Second time, we had enough for our refrigerator, a freezer, uh, our internet, the TV, and then three window air conditioners, one in my grandson's room, one in the front room, and one in the kitchen.
mm,
And then we hung blankets and blocked off several rooms that we didn't go into, so they
right,
stayed hot. But at least we were keeping the air targeted between the baby's room, the front room, and the kitchen, where we would spend most of our time, and the one
right,
TV.
oh,
So it's
man,
crazy.
oh yeah,
And now we have all that stuff. And like I said, it was a one in a 100-year storm.
yeah.
So,
You never know, though. I mean, I'd rather be prepared than not,
yeah.
because I mean, you never know with the way weather is anymore. I mean, it's pretty bad sometimes, and it's so out of whack. I mean,
We went to Baton Rouge 2 years ago for the final Kiss Tour concert, Eddie. I'll be in Houston for a big concert in August. I get to see Heart, the Steve Miller Band, Journey, Def Leppard, and was there one more? I think those are it. Those four.
well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not. I do like a couple Steve Miller Band songs, but that's not like my. Yeah, like I said, if I bought an album, it'd be for one or two songs. That's it.
Yeah.
So that'll be fine, but that'll drag out for an hour or so. But all of Def Leppard, yeah. I hear Steve Perry is supposed to be singing with them, but I don't know. Um, I have to look that up. That's a good question. But Journey, they're still not even. I'd rather be Foreigner,
Yeah.
but I like Journey, but it's Heart. Heart and Def Leppard are going to make the show for me.
Right.
So
Yes. Sometimes it's worth it, to sit through the ones you don't really, enjoy to get the ones you do.
yeah. Well, when we did our last one with uh, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett, Joan Jett and Poison did a better hype job than they blew Motley Crue out because Vince Neil ruined it.
Oh,
He couldn't remember the words even to shout at the devil. He was overweight, out of shape, couldn't remember his words, was making up words. There were two backup dancers that they hired for like girls, girl. They knew the words, and because they were singing it, and Tommy Lee and the rest of them were doing awesome on the band itself. They were making up for Vince Neil's shortcomings,
yeah,
but he should have
that's
been
crazy.
replaced. Yep.
See, that's, when you go to a concert, you want, and it's hard sometimes, I get it. Like, first, if they've been touring for a while or, when they have the big tours, I can understand it. But if you know you're not prepared, that's just wrong to expect people to pay that money to come see you if you're not going to give your best.
And what's
That's just
bad,
my opinion. But,
it was supposed to be 2020 was the concert. It
mm,
got pushed to 2022 because
oh,
of
man.
COVID. So he had
Oh,
two
yeah.
more years to get into shape during COVID and
Yeah.
to memorize his songs, especially how do you miss your first number one shout at the devil?
Right.
How do you not remember that when words are pretty simple?
Right.
But Def Leppard, I'm glad they were the closing act because oh, they killed it. They
Oh,
killed it. Kiss was amazing at their age, in their 70s, still flying through the air. Gene Simmons rising up, spitting fire. I mean, it was
yeah.
amazing. That was an amazing contest or concert, and I'm not even into all their songs,
Right.
but
See, I never was big into Kiss. Like, I wasn't a big fan of them.
no. Hey HBO, I like Heaven's on Fire, Lick It Up, Beth, um, Put the X in Sex. Out of all their songs, it's probably 10 that I can say that I really, really like. The
Right.
rest, but they were so energetic and the music and the guitar riffs and the how they set it up and broke it down. And when the three of them would take a break, one of them would be the highlight and they would do their like Gene Simmons by himself. He was elevated like 50 feet in the air and come back down, never stopped with his guitar playing. And when Paul Stanley was up there flying across the whole stadium on wired cables and still singing while he was doing it. They each made sure that they were able to entertain us,
Right.
even when there's songs that you didn't know or like.
Right.
So, and to say you went to one of the Kiss's final concerts, I didn't get to go when I was younger because my dad, it was like, you're not going to these concerts with all the drugs and alcohol. Well, then when I was old enough, then, I joined the army, but then I had family
Right.
and you can't afford to go to these take concerts or leave your kids with babysitters just to go into a concert. So I'm going to miss one concert that I'll never get to go to and I'm going to regret it my whole life. But it's Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, man. I'd love to see him.
I would too. If I could
I,
just go to a one Ozzy Osbourne and every time he was around or went concerts, I was overseas in Europe or he was on the other side of the country and there was no way I could get over there or something came up, the kids were sick or something or Tim was deployed and I just never got to.
right.
So,
I'm surprised that he's still able to perform with his health being, hey, Vinny. Hey, HBR.
hey Vinny, MMC.
Vinny, Vinny. I always want to say that. Every time I see him pop up, I want to say, Vinny, Vinny.
Vin. Yours is ACDC. What about you, Mako? Who's a group that you would love to see that you know you're never going to get to see?
Oh my gosh. I was just sitting here while you were naming them off. I was like, man, there's so many good ones. Like, I don't know. I mean, I would have loved to have seen, there would be actually two that would be hard to choose from.
Who?
One would be Guns N' Roses. Of course, back in the day, not now. I don't think I could see them now. They just wouldn't be the same. And AC/DC, I think
Okay.
would be my two that I would want to see.
See, Amanda said AC/DC. Savannah said Ozzy with me. You know,
Oh,
another group that
Ozzy.
would be good to see too would be I got to see Firehouse before the lead singer died, so I'm glad. Oh, there's a concert coming up in June that I told Tim I really want to go. It's the ladies of the 80s. Sheena E,
Uh,
Tiffany, and oh, dang it. It's another female. You've got Sheena E, Tiffany, and she was a female rocker. But they're coming to one of the casinos right in town.
nice.
So I haven't decided if I want to order the tickets yet, but because it's pop, and I only liked a couple songs of Tiffany's. What when she came out with Debbie Gibson, I was a teenager too.
Yeah.
Um, Sheena E, I liked a couple, not big, but the other one, dang it, dang, I can't even remember now, but she would be the one I'd want to see.
Uh,
So, but I might go because you never know when you're going to see these artists again.
right.
So
And see, now I know, I don't know if people in this chat would really like them or not, but, or if you would, but I like Post Malone. I know there's a lot of people don't like him, but I would love to go to one of his concerts.
I don't. I've heard the name, but I don't know what he is, what kind of genre he is.
He's well, he's trying to do country, and I'm sorry, Post, but no, it's not happening for you. But he kind of does a little bit of everything, I think.
Is he independent or
No,
mainstream?
no,
Okay,
he's mainstream.
okay.
See, Amanda, yeah, I would love to see him. He had an outdoor concert here, I want to say a couple years ago, like before the all that crap hit. And he it was not far from me, and I wanted to go so bad, but I wasn't able to at the time. But I just would love to sing. But yeah, he does like pop R&B. I've heard him do a couple of kind of not really rock, but he done a song with Ozzy Osbourne that I really like.
Hmm.
And uh but yeah, I would really that's one like now that I would love to go see.
I would like to see Akon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like him. He's had some pretty good ones.
And there's a rapper who did "Where Would I Be Without You, Baby." Um, the thought alone would break me. And he did one with Jennifer Lopez, and he did a song with Ja Rule. I would like to see Ja Rule.
Yeah,
I like Ja Rule.
genre.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Menace. Yeah, I really like him. Tim hates him, but I really like Ja
yeah,
Rule. And
yeah.
so Willie Nelson. Okay. Wasn't expecting somebody to say Willie Nelson.
Mm-mm. I used to like I liked a couple of his songs, which I've said it before. Like I'm not a big country music fan anymore, but I like country rap. I love I love the country rap, but I still listen to some of the older stuff, but not the newer stuff. But
You
Willie
going
Nelson, I liked him.
you going to try going to North Carolina for the 3-day concert?
I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not. I've been thinking, but we'll see. Shagger
Because if you
toilet.
get to go, you let Tim and Meg know, and
Okay.
they'll meet you at the gate.
Okay.
So, because I know he'd
But
like to meet your husband and you too in person. And I
yeah,
know Meg adores you, so you know.
yeah. We'll have to yeah.
And Menace will be there
But
too.
oh
And
no, I can't go.
Dan and Amy will be there too. So there's going to be a whole bunch of people there, and John Artie will be there too.
Ah, okay.
So Hi, macaque and balls. How you doing?
Hey, balls.
Denise says she's going to be there. Vinny
Uh,
says he might be, but that means Vinny should. I mean, he's in Florida and needs to go ahead and get his butt up there. Black Veil Brides. Okay.
mm. No, I've found here lately a lot of new music that I'm starting to like bands and stuff and people. I really enjoy it because music to me has just it changed in the mainstream.
Yeah. I got to see Dokken, White Snake, ZZ Top, the Black Crows, Firehouse, uh, Def Leppard, Kiss, Joan Jett, Poison, um, Motley Crue. Trying to think, who else have I got to see? I think those are the only concerts. I'm trying to make up for all the time that I put my wants on hold for where when I was a teenager I wasn't allowed to, but then even as a young adult I put my kids first.
No,
So now that the responsibility, it's like I'd love to go the 4th of July weekend, but that is a weekend. I don't have the baby, but we got 4 dogs, and you know the noise down there with all those people would drive them. They would just be scared and out of their and barking all the time.
right.
Um, and I do have my vet tech or our vet and his assistant who says they would gladly keep him for the weekend for us. So I haven't decided yet because they've never been with somebody except for Bree, our bagger dog sitter,
Right.
in a long time. So they've had no dog sitter in 2.5 years. So
Oh,
I'm they love their vet. They are great with them, and I trust them that they wouldn't put them in a kennel. They would pick them up and take them to work with them, and they'd walk around freely in the back of the vet's office during. But it'll be a weekend, so a holiday weekend. I
oh, okay.
just with the fireworks and stuff, I'm
Yeah,
worried because if they all do fireworks, they're going to be scared, and in a new place with all that, it would just be too much.
yeah,
So I am going to try. This one would be good because there's going to be so many of our YouTube family and friends going
yeah.
that I would love to be down there to meet everybody.
Mhm.
Um, it's just we do have a backup dog sitter who says he would come to the house and watch, and Tim knows him really well, and he's a good guy. So we are thinking, but it's if we get him here in time.
Right.
So
That'll be fun.
yeah.
I hope you could make it. I mean, I think it would be fun for you. I see even Minna said, "You better go, Lori."
See, I even thought about just going one day that Tim
Yeah,
could be down there and I could fly in for the at least for a day, and then I can fly back.
yeah,
That way the dogs weren't alone too much.
yeah.
Um, but there's not too many I know on the third day. Um, that I would probably watch. I don't know too much of like Adam Calhoun and all those other people that are in there. Hey Maria.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
Maria.
I know the
Hey, Holler
second
Boy.
day you've got hey holler boy. I know the second day we've got it's up church, but I don't know a lot of the other ones that are on that ticket either.
Right,
And I know all of the Outlaw Nation minus a few that are going to be there on the 4th, but that's the day with the fireworks and everything that these four would go crazy.
right.
So I
And
like
it's always
CCR
rough.
song.
The fireworks, it's always rough on the pets. My
It
cat,
is.
he'll hide for, gosh, he hides for almost a day after all that. And then my poor dog, I have to give her like those calming treats or whatever, or
Yep.
like a calming treat to
I
try to at least knock her out a little bit.
You need to send me a picture of that and show me because I put ours on it's a type of Valium.
Oh, okay.
Trazodone for dogs.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the two little ones, she even if it's raining, if it's not raining too bad, they don't like their feet wet, but they'll go out if they have to go. Yeah, well, macaque, I'm not too sure about you, so you could keep your cock and balls over there. Oh, it's going to be your permanent account for a while?
Uh-oh.
All right. I was gonna say, I'm not too sure about you, but since I do know you, and
Uh,
you are a fan of Macha's and mine, let me see. Is he laughing? I am,
A
yeah.
menace.
Whatever, Menace. You just jealous because you ain't got one to talk about.
That's why I said balls.
Let's give them something to talk about.
That needs to be we need to try to figure out, um, a song. That should be one of our songs,
Give
like,
them
for the
something.
show.
Ooh, just do a clip for like, because they
Uh-huh.
say you shouldn't go over 15 seconds. So we are
Right.
giving them all something to talk about. The chat's
Uh,
allowed to talk. And yeah, I know it's golden purple. I wasn't going to bust him out though, because a lot of people didn't know it was golden until you just busted him out, purple. Shame on you. You can't bust out people's troll accounts. Look, he's like, hey, yo, rock on. What are you doing here? Sorry, Golden. Now your cock and balls is out there.
oh,
You can't be modest anymore.
right.
And I guess Kobe wants to be part of the Purple Umbrella Gang, and you did not respond to Kobe, Menace.
Oh, he said that he had already said it was him.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, my bad, Purple. You're good. If somebody else already busted him out, we know it's probably Menace. He likes to say cock and balls. It rolls off his tongue naturally.
mm,
But now, Menace, since you were doing your live and you didn't end it, you were supposed to end it and say, all right, guys, when Lori gets a hold of me, I waited. I was watching your show. Yeah, that's true, Purple. The way he does type, he gives it away, don't he? Tim made me one account because I went over to help somebody
right.
in another channel. And they figured out it was me pretty quick because the way I was typing too. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I'm not a good troll. I don't need no fake accounts or nothing. Somebody asked me to go over and do something for fun and embarrass somebody with sex talk, and I did. No, you didn't get dissed today by a worse one. No.
no, Menace, we already know that you were scared, so don't try to cover it up with the link bullcrap.
Yeah.
We know better than that.
I was in the chat several times like, Menace, why are you still live? Menace. And he wouldn't even say my name. I was like, yeah, go ahead and keep ignoring me, asshole. Fuck you, Menace. Fuck you, it Menace. Fuck you, it Menace. I had to type spam his chat, and he's like, I'm not ignoring you.
Yeah, I saw where you told him you got 45 minutes. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, Menace in trouble.
Because he said, well, I just need 30. I said, well, no, go ahead and take the 45 minutes. It'll take us to the 9:30. And usually he's like, all right, guys, at 9:30, I'm going to be wrapping this off. It's one more song. And that was my cue. It's like, as soon as he did that, I would set up our live, because something could come up. Ask Menace or Rock on, Lori. What am I, Lori? I got dissed today by the worst rapper. Okay. I will ask them, but I
Yeah,
doubt there
yeah,
was somebody
Menace.
worse.
Yeah, yeah, Menace.
Menace shall not thou feareth anything. Well, that's okay. That's all right,
Just,
Menace. Because did you not say you were off tonight?
ooh,
You're going to tell why somebody would have been the better president and the other one.
I think he should have to do the show tonight then.
That's why I said, I know he ain't working tonight.
Uh-huh.
And Amanda did tell him, Menace, don't you have to go be a master debater? And then went up on the panel. My bad. So see, even she tried to distract. Yep.
Come on. Come
Hey,
on, Menace.
Justice.
Hey, Justice. Oh. Like now he's being a wuss.
Well, worms don't have no backbones, anyways. They're all spongy and gooey. Oh, now he's rocking. Isn't that Menace's old logo? Balls is doing Menace's old logo with the
Oh,
fizz.
yeah,
Even Victoria said, "Hey, Menace, aren't you supposed to be debating with Lori tonight?"
yeah, yeah. There was several people that was reminding me.
Mm-hmm. It is a funny show. Sometimes you just have good banter with somebody, like
Hmm.
you and me and Menace, and even me and Sin. The
Yeah,
banter, it's amazing.
yeah.
But I know he's only going to be doing his own panels from now on. So he said he may jump on a panel, but it could be a while from now. But
Well,
it's a sticker now, Laura. I didn't steal shit. I didn't say you stole it. I said you copied it. Or maybe I did say steal. I don't know. You stole it. I like to do different words for different things.
Macaque
It's just
Balls needs a kiss.
go ahead, Menace. Unless Maka was volunteering
They need a hug.
a small hug.
Yeah.
Rosie and her sisters, they do good hugs. That's funny though. They always say Rosie Palm and her four sisters, but we all have Rosie Palm and four sisters. Because
Right.
don't we use it for them too?
Hmm.
Though Tim says, once I get married, why the hell do I need that Rosie Palm and her four sisters?
When you misbehave and you're in the doghouse.
Yep. I still, even when he was in trouble, I couldn't hold out on that part. He knew he could get away with it because I enjoy it too much. So I was like, you know what, you're sleeping on the couch, and he would just do that little things.
Uh-huh.
How men and women have their little cues that that look or that little sound or something. You're like, it's on. It's like, okay,
Uh,
come on, get in the bed.
yeah.
Now go to the couch. What? I'm tired. I don't care.
Right.
I used you. I
Right.
abused your body. Now leave. Oh no, I
Oh.
still got that clip. You sent it, Amanda. You could delete it, but I still got the clip from the last debating show. He swears we did it Sunday. I said, no, ding dong. We were only going to do it the one Sunday because you were in a concert on Saturday.
Mhm.
Oh, my Rosie and the sisters have gone clipping. Whoa. What are they clipping?
Uh-oh.
Sean, it's the same as his name, Menacing Threats Production. That's his
Here,
channel.
I can drop it for him.
Well, there it is. Menace, you
Oh,
can't.
yeah, don't
Don't click
click on
it.
his.
Sean,
Don't
do
click
not
on
click
his.
it.
Click
Because if
that
you,
one there.
yeah, click on Maka's. Do not click Menace. You can't drop your own link. If somebody clicks it, they take the sub from you. So you can't drop your own link. So Sean, if you click Victoria's or Maka's, those are his links.
Now I'm gonna start calling you M and B.
MMB.
M and B.
Oh, okay.
Did you see what he said?
Oh no, scissoring and they scissor each other. Oh, okay. I got it now. Now I get what you're saying, MMC. Look, you're so old. You're from the Bible on the stone tablet days. So I can't pick up what you're vibing. Since when? It has been. It's been a while. It's been put out. God, wasn't it last year that it was discovered?
I think so.
Supposedly you're trying to beat the algorithm, or what was it that was this thing that was said? People realize you drop your own link and people click up on it, you're not getting those subs. So it was something to do that you were trying to sub something, manipulate the subs or manipulate the algorithm or something.
Yeah.
So they say not to do it. Well, Amanda, if you don't use it to blackmail, I will. Yes, they did that around the same time they gave the gifted subs to whoever is subbed and not just to who's in the chat. Yeah, I can't believe Menace was going to argue with us, Maka.
I know, right?
All these people getting, and he's like, "Oh, look at all these bushwatchers." I'm like, "Hello, I've been given wrenches to channels that I know for a fact I was not even bushwatching."
Oh,
He fears no clip. We shall see. Well, we've had a good crowd. People, they're not giving us too many ideals tonight.
no. But it is Sunday, so
That's true. And they
everybody's
have
kind of laid back and
relaxed and chilled, and that is true.
oh,
And we're not as hyped up as we usually are. He fears
no,
no clips nor no tip. That's because he can't find a tip.
the tip is the best part, though.
It is. It's so sensitive.
I know.
Your thumb, all you have to do is grab it and just move your thumb.
Mhm.
You know, if you're tired, all you have to do is use your hand for a minute. Just move your thumb around in circles for a minute, and the work is done.
All right. And can just smack your hands together, be like, it's over.
Yeah, well, if he comes in, he's to be headshotted permanently by somebody. If I don't see him first, you have free will. Free will. Headshot him. Pansy ass.
I thought that was, oh, never mind. Oh, shush.
No, it's okay. You thought what?
I thought that was already done over here.
No, it was on Tim's.
Oh, okay.
Wants to sexually assault his cousin and
Mm.
harass women by putting them in costumes to sniff their ass.
Why is there so, well, that's kind of a stupid question, Maka. I was going to
What?
say, why is there so many weirdos? I've run into several that just, ugh, they do weird shit.
Because he ain't getting it in real life. He chased
Yeah.
her for years, and then she met him up, and I hope she knows.
Mm.
I'm in love with my cousin. Oh, you're a cousin fucker, you dirty fucker.
I thought you were going to sing that song, I'm in love with a stripper.
I was going to change it to my cousin.
Okay.
I wasn't horse enough to do I'm in love with a stripper. Okay, now they're 3 streets over riding a bike. I know you guys are not biking over a shadow. Shh, hey, stop. It's bad enough it's trash night, and we got the people that come around in their vehicles and pick up stuff.
Wow.
So, man, it's crazy. Yep, he was. And then how did he goes and he says, "This is who I support," and he puts on his Outlaw Nation hat, and oh, he betrayed Outlaw Nation. He betrayed Outlaw Nation. What?
No,
What?
not at all.
No,
I love how people turn things though into their own narratives and not.
Victoria. I'm
Mm.
sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. You're fine. Go ahead.
Victoria, just type in his second account so I know, and I'll take care of that. I didn't know there was two. So, what were you saying now?
Oh, I was just saying, I hate when people swap their narratives to make it seem one way when it's not
I mean, he's
that
been
way.
with Tim for what, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
And then it was just crazy. So I've gone through, like, I didn't know Dixie Shiner was Country Bro. Did
Oh, I
you?
didn't. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I have him. I think I already took care of that, but uh, there you are, you
First,
little punk. The first one. I don't know what his second one is. Let's see. As soon as Victoria tells me what the second one is, I don't know. Let's see. for me, I keep mine, the ones I have with wrenches, because if
Right,
I take your wrench, there's a reason why you don't have your wrench. But if you still have your wrench, then you know you're still good with me.
right.
Because I there's so many fake accounts and stuff like that. I want to know who you are. And if you come in under an alt and you have your wrench, then you know what I mean.
Right.
So there's just a couple that I've seen that I had to take care of.
Yeah, there's one I'll have to ask you about later on.
You could type it in the private chat if you want.
I'll have to find it. I can't
Oh,
think
okay.
of the I saw it earlier and I was like, that sound like I don't well, if I can spit it out. Uh,
I did have him two accounts, both under his name, just the spelling. Hmm.
there we go. Hey Nana.
Hi, Leah. How you doing? I'm sorry I lurk. I'm just dabbing with permanent marker. But I have laughed, talked to the TV screen, and just had to say, well, you know what? You don't ever have to lurk, Leah. You are always welcome.
Oh yeah.
Well, Eddie, I do the ones that once I get to know you and I've seen you around, and it's just my way to let people know that I trust that you guys will have my back in my chat and make sure any trolls come in, anybody that's hating or anything. Yeah, I found him on mine, Victoria. That's what that means for me. Um, so, but I did have to go and clean out quite a bit.
I
So,
sent you in the back
okay,
something.
let me check.
Uh, I guess I
Yeah,
could have sent the do you know that one?
I've seen around, especially in
Okay.
Tim.
Okay.
It seemed like a friendly.
Yeah, it is. It's they done a recent name change and I can't figure it out. So
The only reason I
I
knew Country Bro is I never had to change his. He came in and I'm like, I had never had him over here like that. I don't know. And then I heard somebody say it. And I was like, that's how he still has a wrench.
uh,
So
but no wrenches to me, I think people take them way too seriously, honestly.
yeah,
I
I've
mean,
had mine taken away in
uh-huh.
several, and I haven't said anything. But I've noticed
No.
that that's where a lot of trouble started for us was because of a wrench
Mm,
and you know people hollering. Let me go take this dog down. Hold on a minute.
okay.
Tim put him up and forgot to take him down. Well, you can just
Right,
wait. You
Amanda?
can bark all you want. I'm not putting you
Get
up
him.
so that you can bark 10 minutes from now. So, he wanted up. So
Throw it at him, Amanda. Get him.
too many people just get so all right, Golden. So many people, they can take wrenches, but if you take theirs, then it's personal, and it's like, are you kidding me?
Okay.
So I gotta find Golden. He said, take Golden's away until you can get that account back. Gotcha, Golden. It's done. So
Yeah, I don't know. I still talk regardless if I have one. If they want me gone, they can kick me out. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean,
yeah. And sometimes I make a mistake, like I'll try to watch and support people, even if I'm not in the chat. And sometimes I'm like falling asleep and I'll drop the phone on my chest and I'm picking it up and I'll be like, oh crap, I just timed somebody out. So they say if you block somebody, hit them with 10 seconds and it'll bring
uh-huh.
them back. And sometimes I've done that and it's like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'll have to text IG the host and be like, I swear to God, it was an accident. I dropped my phone. It's not that I'm trying to do anything. I would never try to hurt, especially a host, a content creator that I respect or I like.
Uh-huh.
If I accidentally block somebody on their channel, I want them to know right away it was just an accident. Because
Yes.
I try not to block on anybody's channel
Uh-huh.
unless there's doxing. I try to respect their rules. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
as long as they tell me, uh, like if they say, okay, if you have a wrench, if they do this, this, and this, then kick them. But besides that, I don't. It's rarely. The only time I usually use mine is if I'm dropping links or something.
Yep.
unless, I'm otherwise told so, because
Hey,
I
well, you
just
caught one without me even knowing, and you took care of that faster than anybody.
yeah.
I didn't even realize I was about to answer, and you're like, "Nope, let's keep going. I got him." I was like, "Well, okay," but you already know what to do, because we
Right.
talked about what we both like for when we're doing
Mhm.
our show. And Victoria's pretty good. She will
Yes.
instantly text me with a screenshot, and she goes, "Lori, I just timed them out, but when they come back, what do you want?" And I'm like, "Look, I trust you. If you think it's what you think it is, headshots."
Right.
And everybody who has the wrench, and Tim's and mine, they know it's because there's a trust level. You guys have had our backs,
Right.
and we trust you guys. And, to us, you guys are family, and you guys, that's why you got your wrenches.
No, I
So,
can't tell you how many times I've been timed out, and like I've had people like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and I just laugh about it. I think it's just funny
yeah,
because, I mean, I have
I've,
fun with it.
I've been timed out a couple times on accident. Even T Dam has hit me, and she goes, "Oh
Yeah.
my God." Now some do it on purpose and they think it's funny.
Right.
Um, I got timed out by Stacks once. And I trolled him so bad saying that he actually banned me. I said, "I'm not coming back." And Timmy was like, "Damn, you pissed her off." And they're like, "What's wrong?" And I even let Harley know. And I was like, "Look, I'm not really mad." And he didn't block me. He read it. And he says, "Oh my God, I blocked Lori." I just went with it.
Right.
So, but everybody else knew I wasn't upset. We were just pretending.
Right.
Because sometimes you got to troll.
Right. You
So,
gotta have fun. I mean, especially, with the people that that you've talked to on here. And, I
yeah,
mean, you gotta have a little fun. I mean,
yep,
that's what it's all about. And I agree,
exactly.
Amanda. Yeah, you've got to learn, like, because different channels have different rules. So when you're a mod, you got it's sometimes it's hard to keep up, like, with the different rules and,
Yeah.
with different channels because, each person is individual. They have their own. So,
Mine is I trust my mods that are in the chat. They know
mhm,
anybody comes in, they're making snide remarks, they're picking
right,
on, harassing somebody, trying to pick a fight or disrupt the show,
right,
doxing, just being hateful, or that they have no respect for who's up on the panel, whether
right.
it's Maka or me. If you talk shit or you're disrespectful to us outside of even, take them out. Yeah, Menace is quick. He gets
Yeah.
outwitted all the time. So that's why
Uh,
he kicks us off the panel all the time.
did you hear about what happened in his live? I think it was last week or week before last. T
Uh
come in there on one of his backup,
huh.
and uh, we didn't know if it was him or not because where it was like a new not new account, but you know what I'm saying, like where it
Right.
was his backup or whatever. And Menace was like, "Get him out of here," because everybody thought that it was a fake account. And then T come back in on his real account, or not real account, but his main account.
I think he came in under Dog Pound, didn't he?
I
And
think so.
because he'll use Dog Pound, his Triple T, and depending on how, if those get blocked, then he'll bring the real Triple T in there.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Who blocked me?" And it was me that done it. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm in so much trouble."
Oh, it was
I was like,
Faust,
"I just
his real
doing what I
name.
was told."
Yep. His
Yeah,
very
it was.
first, yeah, his first time getting timed out, Holly did the first time that he's ever been timed out, ever. Holly
Uh,
got him for fun the very first time. That was the first time he ever got timed out. And I was like, how do you feel? Everybody
mhm,
else has been timed out.
right.
Everybody's just laughing because they're like, "Oh, that's the first time Tim's ever been blocked or timed out by anybody."
Yeah.
But he just laughed about it. He pretended he was upset, but he wasn't. He was just laughing. Hey,
Oh
Muff,
no. Hey, Muff.
did you get
Yeah,
your song perfected that you feel comfortable with? Holler boy, you know any artists, send them, to Tim's IG and or email. Rundown starts June 3rd, 2.5 weeks from now.
I can't wait.
I
That
know.
last show was awesome, so I could just imagine what the second show. Because your first shows, or series, you're always gonna have little hiccups here and there,
Yep.
and I can't wait to see what this next one's gonna bring.
Oh yeah, I think he's already got 8 or 10 new artists that have submitted. I know Adrian Raps is coming back. Um, I think Knuckles is coming back. I don't know if JJ Hughes is coming back or if just Trey is coming back. I don't know.
Mm.
But I do tell everybody, if you're going to submit, make sure you have two songs that you're proud of,
Yes.
because if you make it past the first round, you are going to need a new one. Killer B is submitting. You know, he had a rock rap song, Menace, and I told him he did something that was personal, but he had so many good songs that I thought, if I asked Killer B as soon as he did that, I knew he was going to be out. And I told him, I says, you sent me a song where you were experimenting with a rap with a more of a rock background. And to
Right.
me, that was the best one I'd ever heard from him. And I said, why didn't you submit that? He said, because I was working on this one and I was in my feelings. And he
Uh,
said, and I was like, yeah, you only get one shot, you
right.
know?
Yeah.
Ryder,
Yeah.
there's nobody there.
No, I
Wait.
can't wait for it. I think it's gonna be awesome. Like, I hope there's some that re-enter, because there was some good artists, and actually got, like subscribed. I can't talk. Apparently, I'm losing my mind. But, that I've actually subscribed to, and because I like the music or whatever, and went back and listened to some of their stuff. So, I mean, it's a good way to promote them.
Oh yeah. And now that they saw that the winners actually do
Mhm.
get, I know KSN's coming back. Muff Pie is joining. And I told her have a thick skin because, you know, these are artists and they are looking for somebody that can stand up and do a set up on a stage and rock a crowd, or,
Yeah.
do a crowd. They're into the rap. They're into, that stuff. I was quite naughty after the Tyson Fury. I was a bit put out. I was in a stream chat that were commentating. Three lads in a last chat moaning about her. By the time I left, I was confused.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Michael, it's okay. We know you get ready for work at this time. Hi, Jay. Welcome, welcome. Sorry
Good, good,
again for
Michael.
falling asleep. We were talking about that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Um, Next time I will make sure. It's just that was a couple days after I'd had my weekend with the baby. And yeah, I don't even remember. I remember talking and letting him know I was tired. I didn't know how long I'd have. And Tim came up there and we answered a question. And that's all I remember till Tim woke me up. And I had to log off my phone. So, but yeah, a lot of people know artists all over.
Mhm.
I do find it a shame that I don't think Stax will be rejoining because he brought out the best in that competition that so far.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Yeah, KSN's going to be entering. I was hoping that we could get like Neff and Nefarious and Layman back in now that they've seen how it goes and what it's about. It's Maka J. Sorry to partner person above or partner above. They laughed so hard it was nice going solo where no one knew me from Adam. So you were up on the panel, Leah? Yeah, he said he was thinking about it. I know Muggs said he was seriously thinking about joining. I don't know
Yeah.
if he will, but I think getting Drizzle in there, I think Demir on there. But he
Yeah.
says he does it mostly for fun.
Hey, Denise. Yeah, I mean, it brings out the best in them.
I did have an ideal for Tim because him and somebody else, they actually do get along. They have a decent relationship outside of YouTube. And I
Right.
thought if he joined up um, and just bringing all these different people together, I think it would be one hell of an ideal. So I think he's going to look into something, but so there
Yeah.
might be a surprise. It'll be a shock if it happens. It might shock somebody, but yeah, we ask Emily, but she does hers for fun and
And we need some more females in there.
We do, but here's the thing. I told Tim there's people who just like to sing, and having women singers up at the Redneck Raven stuff would have been cool too.
Yeah,
But like Tim says, is trying to have two categories is hard. So I told him, I says, why don't you have the rundown that is like the rap version, you know? But
uh,
then you have one that's just about any type of music and have
right.
something else. Even if it's just the winner gets to do a song with, I don't know, somebody in Outlaw Nation or somebody like Hard Target or one of those and
Yeah,
do a duet with them.
yeah.
So
I love collabs. Like, I
yes.
love those. Those to me that there's so many songs collab that I like.
Good night, Amanda.
Later, Amanda.
It was nice having you here. Okay, Dragon was in season one too. He got knocked out first round.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so Tony Tuba and Dustin Green have entered for this time, Eddie?
Nice.
I was going to ask Dustin if he was going to enter, but I wasn't sure. But I hope he does. I'm glad. If they really both entered, it's going to be interesting because that's what it is. It's like there is a lot of good artists, but if they've already got 20 or 30,000 followers,
Yeah,
it's not meant for them
true.
because their music is already getting out there and they're getting the exposure. These are for people that are like at 0 to even like 10,000 subs that, they've got a chance, but they've got to have that spotlight even for once, even if it's criticizing, at least they put themselves out there.
Right,
And I warned Muff. I said, Muff, you got to have a strong, because if you're submitting music, but it's not like the rap and it's not what the judges are looking for that night, make sure you can handle them. They're going to
right.
tear it apart. And Muff said they're ready. So
Mm.
I think they could be guest judges too, Jay. Because there was somebody that Tim was talking to, and he says, no, Lori, he's got like 30,000 subs. And I'm like, well, he could be a good judge then.
Yeah,
So at
that's
least
what
have
I
some
like.
alternate judges lined up in case the regular judges can't come in.
Yeah, yeah. You always have a backup just in case.
Yep. And then they're doing commercials and yeah, I think Kenny has been. I talked to Kenny and he's been doing songs with other people. And I said, it's got to be solitary. It can't be duets. You know what I
Right,
mean? It has to showcase your talent.
right.
So I think he's working on a song. I don't know about Mike's sons. Tim would have to talk to Mike's sons because I don't talk to him like I do Kenny. Tim, is Mike's sons coming back? Oh, yes, he is. There you go. Is
Oh,
Kenny? Yep. Okay, well, there you go.
nice.
And Tim, did you get stuff from Tony Tuba and Dustin Green? Okay. Somebody said that they entered. Did they enter last one? Oh, but there's a lot that could be a guest judge. Hey, rejected.
I rejected.
Well, that'll be good, Amanda. I'll try something new. I do love all your channels. I'm one of the Conley Rodney community, but I met people like yourself that it's great to spend time with. Hard not to on UK time now. I get it,
Oh,
Leah. I see you sometimes over in I think Rusty Trucks is or Wade's. One of those I see you. But I'm glad that you found us and you like this side of the street too. Because I definitely enjoy seeing you in the chats and talking to you.
mhm. You rap, Vinny? I didn't know Vinny rapped. Or is he being silly?
He's being silly.
Oh, I was like, I've
He's
never heard
got
him
that
rap.
he's got that slurry lispy tongue. Can you imagine a lispy rapper? Slivering, slimy, slippery. He'd be doing all those snaky, you slithering snaky, you.
Oh gosh.
You wouldn't be a mumble rapper. You'd be the slithering. Yes. The lispiest. Should I ask young Trey if he wants to participate? You could. Okay, Tony Tuba has already submitted a song. All right. Check from Tony Tuba, Tim. Babe. Oh, he's already back outside.
He's like, she's asking questions. I got to leave
Run.
now.
Yeah. I do try to stay out of the music, because,
Right.
I did have to go up there because when all that stuff was coming down and people going back and forth, and I had to put in when I listened to Holler Boy, what I thought, what that represents, what Upchurch was
Right.
trying to say. You're honest, you help each other out, and you hold each other up to the point if something sees something, you call it out and you stand by it. And so I had to go up there and say something. But other than that, I try to stay out of the music. I'll pop in and keep an eye on the chat from the background.
Right.
Because some people, they know during the music stream, they know that Tim likes people to have a free opinion.
Hmm.
So I'll tell if I can usually tell when it's a certain somebody's in there, and I'll just zap it. And then this way they don't feel bad. Or if I'm not in there, if they send me a clip and they're like, what do you think of this person? It's like, get rid of them. So, but that's all. Vinny's a part of Slytherin from Harry Potter. I didn't know that. He is Justice. He's part of Slytherin. Snackies. I wonder with that list, if he goes and tells Bree, take your clothes off. I want to see us naked. Sorry, Vinny. You know it's all love, nephew. For those that are new to the channel that don't know about this, is we troll each other because nobody can troll you as hard as family. Oh, you're going to tell? Go ahead. Bree was already in here. She'll probably laugh and agree. Yeah, last time I talked to Vinny, it was like, hi, spree, how, you, stewing.
Oh gosh.
Oh, man. All right, everybody. We have got to get our men fed. So it is Sunday,
Yeah.
not another manic Monday that comes
Ugh,
tomorrow.
ugh.
So have you guys already eaten or are you guys doing it after?
We're just doing like a free for well, crap, free for all night.
Ah,
So I fixed some nachos for myself before we came on, and then I don't know what he's ate yet. So,
we're either going to have chili cheese hot dogs or we're just going to have uh, ramen or soup with grilled cheese sandwiches.
oh, both
And
of those sound good.
yeah, I haven't figured out which one yet. After I made those chicken and cheese stuffed pasta shells last night.
Well,
So I put out the short today for the recipe on Wednesday.
uh, nice. I need to send you that one recipe that we were talking about. I need to do
Yes.
that. I wrote it down and my post-it note has disappeared, so I'm gonna write it again and hopefully so I can remember to do that when I get off.
What's Krishna crystals? Are you talking about like crystals, the restaurant, and just put Krishnas in front of it? Well, Blue Eyes, you have an amazing night. I don't know who goes live on Sunday nights. Tim probably will go back live again, knowing him. Is Rocco still on? Mama Payday's a champ.
Shh, God. I know one day
Crystal,
I think he was on for over 12 hours one day, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't understand how people can do it. Now I understand
No.
when Tim, he was on that 7 hour one, but when you have all the different people up there and you guys are discussing music or videos that come out from the artist and stuff like that, I can see how. But when it's just one person up there talking and you only got like 10 people in your chat, how you could go. Um, I do have an ideal forming in my head that I want to run by you and a couple people, but
Mhm.
that's how I sound when I say hi. Lispy. I do not go sigh. Shy. Hello, my pretties. My pretties.
I wish
Help,
I
I'm
could
melting. I'm melting.
I wished I could roll my tongue like that. I cannot do that.
Which way?
The when you like when you're talking like Spanish and stuff, you know how you roll your
Oh,
tongue?
yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah. I can't eat that.
No, I can't
Even
do
when
it.
I'm doing the counting, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce, trece, catorce, quince.
You do better than me.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Ocho, nueve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's German.
Yeah.
So, being military, we had to learn how to count and do. Auntie's making fun of me. See, look, he didn't even say auntie. It's aunt with his lisp. It's auntie. Aunties making funs of me's.
Poor Betty.
Now he's crying to Big Worm. Big Worm, help me!
Oh
Leah
gosh.
says, I sound like Count Dracula. One, I want to suck your toes. Two, I want to bite your neck. Three, I want to suck your sausage. Four, hey,
Oh my
Killer
god.
Bee,
Hey,
I hear
Killer
you.
Bee.
I hear you're entering rundown two. So be ready. I did not. She
Oh,
said she sounds like Count Dracula. So I guess I was sounding like Count. What's the Count off of Sesame Street? The Count.
uh,
It's just the
the
Count, ain't
count.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Purple. That's what it is. It's about having fun and making fun of ourselves as much.
Right.
Wait till you see me do the whole 10 count by the count. By the time you get done to see what he likes to suck, it'll be bad. I might have to try one of those little flavored vodkas that I got. I don't know. I still don't even know why I bought it. It's just I'm standing there waiting on my lottery. It's 25 cents for this bottle, this tiny little bottle, and it says strawberry vodka. And I'm like, ooh, strawberries. I'm thinking, I don't even know why the hell I picked that. I was like, ooh, there's peach. Ooh, an apple. I even asked Maka, I was like, what do I put with these? And somebody said, it's just a shot. I'm like, yeah, I take this as a shot. I'm out for a week. So she's like, get lemonade. I'm like, ooh, that would sound good. Strawberry vodka with lemonade. So then I was
Mhm.
like, well, let me type this in. It said Sprite and then ginger ale. And I'm like, well, I have ginger ale.
Uh, See, I liked I don't like Sprite. I like 7 Up. If I go for one, that's always mine. I always liked 7 Up with cherry vodka when I drank. That was like my big thing.
But don't you remember Michael Jackson liked Pepsi Cola to lit him up? Now he's drinking 7 Up
Right.
or somewhere, something along that lines. Don't remember. But man, talk about being hot headed. Michael Jackson, you were a very hot headed young man.
Yeah.
It burned the color on. I mean, he was becoming like us. He's just all about that.
Mhm.
Fireball. So what? He drunk 7 Up till Fireball lit him up. Now he's drinking 7 Up.
True.
Something along that line.
Mm.
Damn! Don't yell at us just so you're so happy to see people, Killer. Look at that. He's like purple. Menace, Victoria. It's great to see you. Roar. He's on road rage right now. Look at that. Killer B.
He's excited to see everybody. He must have had a good day today.
He must have. He said he was at the cabin. He must have got. got them old cabin doors hinges all worked out, huh, Killer B? Instead of it going, it's more like, eh, eh. Pistons were firing on all four this night, this day.
Oh my god. Oh,
He said, I didn't need the WD-40. I had my own lube.
I swear that's what I was sitting there thinking, but I was keeping my mouth shut.
You're not supposed to leave me out here hanging by myself, Mug. You're supposed to say it too. Uh, man, that is crazy.
Oh god.
That one was funny. I'm
Oh,
glad you found it funny, Killer, because that's all it's meant to be is funny.
oh yeah.
So,
We like to have fun over here.
yep. And if you say something, oh, Leah's PMSing.
Uh-oh. I know all about that.
Why are you PMSing with an L? What's that mean? You PMS and then you leave your own body so you don't have to put up with yourself? What does PMSL mean? I'm pooping mayonnaise sludge licorice, or I'm all right, I'm lost. What's PMSL, Nana? Leah.
Oh god.
What's PMSL? Is that a new form of PMS that's new? They've added
I have no idea. It's a new one for me.
premenstrual sludge.
Ew.
When it comes out chunky, it can be sludgy. I don't know. I'm just
If
fucking
you
with you,
got things
Nana.
coming out slushy or chunky, then you need to go see a doctor. I'm just saying.
But there's some stuff that I always get told off. I wake the family up. I'm pissing
Okay.
myself. Okay. I'm like PMSing sludge or premenstrual sludge or slime. I was like, I'm trying to guess what PML means, but now I
Oh,
know. Pissing myself laughing. Gotcha.
okay. That
I
was
like
way
that one.
over.
Yeah, I was way wrong too.
Yeah.
Then he's like, I'm eating right now. You know better to eat in one of our shows,
What are you
any
eating,
of my
Betty?
shows.
What are you eating?
Premenstrual sludge.
Oh, you make me throw up.
Oh, it's spaghetti with extra chunky tomatoes.
Extra chunky parm
Oh, the
sprinkled on
clumpy
top.
whites. Yep. Because
Mm.
sometimes it comes out clumpy. All white chunks.
Oh, I can't mess that up for you because I love pizza. So,
But it has that red chunky tomato
oh,
sludge all over it.
now don't ruin pizza for me.
Cheesy white goo up on the top.
Oh,
Vinny's getting his red wings with his white wings. He's snowballing that pizza. Well, I can't have any soup now tonight. Oh, come on. You could have some tomato soup. All chunky goodness. Dip your bread right into it. Sop it up. Menace. It's getting too close on what Menace has to do. Everybody. I mean, let's not talk out red wings. Oh, you already got your red wings. Okay. Vinny said he liked the residue on his lip because he could always wipe it for the next day. It smelled like a rotten penny.
Oh,
He said, I could always tell which woman I was with by the smell on my lip. He said, that's why I don't keep mustaches. I like to rub it in, it helps grow.
so that's why men like mustaches and beards.
They say it's flavor savers.
Oh, that
But to me,
explains.
once something dries, I wouldn't want even food after it dries and it's been on your hair for a day or two, the smell, ugh.
Ugh.
Think about that.
Mm-mm.
Why do
I'm
people
good.
wash after? And then you leave it on your lip or your beard?
Oh my god.
It's like, put that face in the damn water, the holy water, and shake it that shit free.
Oh gosh.
Red wings do not mean you a hoe. It means you nasty.
You one of them nasty boys.
When he
What's
gets
that song?
lonely, he sucks on pennies. It reminds him of those days.
Oh.
Ew,
Oh,
MMC. Well, I'm glad I don't like cream filled donuts.
I do, and that just ruined that for me.
Leah, even though it's your first time, let it rip, potato chip.
Oh yeah. It's all good.
It's all in fun. Nobody takes, well, some people might take it personal. We don't give a flying fuck. We're
Ooh, a lemon
blunt.
on it. Blech.
Lemon. So he throws away his lemon. Well, no, if it's lemony, if there's yellow goo in it, then that, yeah, then you definitely need to go see your doctor. You need some penicillin, Menace.
Yeah.
Better than sucking a boner. I don't know. I'd rather suck a boner than a Red Wing. How about you, Maka?
Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, I would have to go with the Bona.
It's funny that MMC would know what a Boston cream donut reminds him of. So he's obviously been deep inside a yeast infection.
Oh. Shoo.
Justice, what he's saying is he has a thing for hot chicks with dicks. That's what LMFAO means.
Oh.
Hot chicks with dicks. Everybody knows. Aren't worms unisex anyways? They do it both ways.
Uh-huh.
My boy said I just choked on my spoon. Muff, I'm not even going to tease you. Because I could tease you too. Lori, that is not what I saideth. Oh, yes, you did. You like women that you could climb on their backs and grab those Adam's apple for something to hold on to and be rammed. You're all about being ramrodded. See, Michael, exactly. After you're done, wash your face with soap and water. You don't need no crusty. Your beard will get all crunchy and gooey and the hairs will stick together. Good, because then she'll say, okay, I knew there was something freaky about him. Dead after the yeast infection. I agree with Menace. No, I never said Lady Menace had an ad. I said
No,
you like to crawl on women, chicks with dicks, because that Adam's apple is a turn on for you.
don't be trying to turn things,
Yeah,
Menace. We just talked
Lady.
about that.
Yep, Lady Menace is the real woman. She has to keep you in line and remind you that no, this is what a woman looks like. There is nothing hanging. There's no sticks and balls and no berries. Munching the poop chew. That's what MTP stands for.
Oh.
Or micro teeny weeny peeny. Micro toy penis. We've had a guy that, yeah, that, yes, we've had somebody that went over there, had a hot chick, was dancing, did a reach around, and had a handful of nuts and berries.
Oh my. That would be very unfortunate.
Well, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
So they went over to Bangkok to bang a little cock and ended up actually getting a cock in their hands. I'm like, no, thank you.
they got a real one instead.
Yeah. Well, I'm 12 hours ahead. I'm using Australia's time, so it's already tomorrow. It's Monday. so I could talk this way now.
It's Monday somewhere.
Yep. Monday, fun day, Sunday, gone day. Golden's about to be fired. Uh
Uh-oh.
oh.
What'd he do?
I don't know.
What'd he do this time?
Is
Poor
he the
Golden.
is he the macaque and balls that Menace is trying to jump on?
Yeah.
That's true. With leap day and daylight saving times, today is technically not today.
Oh,
Could be yesterday. It could be tomorrow. Will you shut up and take your butt outside? You're not even barking at anything but a trash can, you knucklehead. Oh, you just wanted attention. Yeah, I see.
that's how
What you,
mine's doing. She keeps bringing me her tennis ball, and I'm having to throw it behind me 'cause
it says Menace likes nuts before the berries. Just saying.
oh,
All right. Yep, Denise, we all got to go take care of dinner for our men too. So, and
yeah,
ourselves. So, all right. We thank you all for spending the last 2.5 hours. That went fast.
it did. It was
See,
cool and calming, like, it was nice.
yeah. We like when we get all raunchy and rowdy like we did toward the end.
Right,
But like we said, the first half hour we have topics. The last hour and a half is all chats, discussion. You guys lead us where you lead us. Sometimes all you have to do is put one word and you've led us down a rabbit hole that you might not even realize you gave us to go
right.
down. Because, we actually see you're trying to write one thing and we know what you're really writing.
Yep.
So all right, everybody. I'm going to say this. I usually don't, but if you like mine and Maka's show, if you'd hit that like, hit that subscribe on your way out the door. And don't forget, Maka's link was put in the chat earlier. Please go over and link up because we're going to start trying to do joint streams and get her going live soon. Mark safe from premenstrual sludge. Menace, we already know you're not safe.
No.
We know what your topics are going to be. Now I definitely have more. Well, I'm glad you made it too, Killa, and I can't wait to see what you're going to bring to the rundown this season. June 3rd. Make sure you have all your song put in there to Tim before June 3rd, everybody. And if you meet any new artists and you like what they're about and you think they got some talent, give them Tim's email. Tell them to come out and go see what it's all about.
Well,
So we will I'll probably see you guys around, but Tuesday is Sisters on my channel. Maka and me have Wednesday, our normal programming time. And
yes.
then I think me and Brookie have Thursday. Um, and I know I have a music stream one day this week late with Shadi. I don't know what day. It's whenever both of us can link up with our insomnia and our schedules. So I will put it in a community post as soon as I know.
Well,
Otherwise, look for me and Maka again on Wednesdays. And Maka, anything you'd like to tell people?
mm,
Updates or anything?
I don't have any updates, but I thank everybody for stopping through and chatting with us and for all the support. And
You
be
think
safe.
you think they're going to like Wednesday's topic that we're going to be discussing?
I think they will. I think it's, yeah, I do. I
It's
don't
going
want
to
to
be
say too
interesting.
much. So,
Yeah.
yep,
I think we have a couple in our community who actually fit the bill.
yep,
So it's going to be interesting to see how we take it and how they take it.
yep,
Well, we know how they take it, but
right. I mean,
we'll have to wait till that day.
right.
All right, you guys don't have to go home, but Maka,
Can't stay here.
that's right. All right, guys, you have a blessed night, and we will see you on these streets.
Much love, y'all.
Have a great week.